and Alex with us again tonight. Thank you for joining us. Guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hello. I'm
Just making
excited.
sure
I'm
my
ready.
camera stays in.
Yeah,
I have a really shitty like tripod thing that's hooked to the back of my wall, so
if we see it won't be as bad as that one time, Therese, where you were like literally
yeah,
shaking.
if it just I just use my phone as my camera because it's better than whatever
Hey,
else I
listen.
have.
Well,
So
we respect the the vision here, uh but yeah, thank you to everyone joining us. Gondo, hello. Thank you for coming back. Tonight we're doing Kepler, which has been one that I think Alex has been requesting for a little bit. So I'm glad we're finally tackling Kepler.
I'm very excited.
I
Um,
got more excited as the week went on.
oh, okay. I am avidly excited because I don't know anything about it, and that's just me. So,
I'm excited because this is the one place I will finally get to use my Kepler light stick.
oh, let's go. Oh,
Rip Alex.
rip. Okay, there you go. I love how it's blasted out. Okay, that's just he's gonna play it while all the songs are going. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to hang out. I know everybody has been patiently waiting for us to do Mamamoo Part 3 and 4. Don't worry, we're gonna tackle them. But we wanted to give love to this group Kepler because listen, we only did one stream this week, so we gotta make it count. Also, we like doing them back to back, so maybe next week we'll find out.
Yeah,
Either way,
we will definitely Mamamoo Part 3 and 4 will definitely be a same week thing again. But
back to
we don't
back.
want to
Yeah.
get lost. We don't want to get lost with like all the other groups that need some love too. So we're just doing we hit half of Mamamoo stuff, half that we have planned, and we'll get a couple other things out of the way, get a couple things that we've been wanting to do, get back to it, and then I don't know. Sooner or later, we'll end up with another big project.
Well, we already prefaced that we're having BTS month in June, so I feel like that's the I feel like that's the mountain. It's like you're on the trail, and you're looking up at the big
Yeah.
mountain that you have to climb. That's me. So
This
that's
is
how
this is our this we're marathon training right now.
or marathon training exactly. Yeah. Well, either way, Kepler. I know nothing about this group, so Alex, would you like to fill
Cool.
me in a little bit on
Yeah,
what the group's about?
yeah. I'll give a real um, simplified explanation, and I'll also go over like the songs we're doing today and why kind of, and it's a little bit out of our norm.
Mm,
So Kepler is a group that is from an Mnet reality show, survival show called Girls Planet 999. And what that show did is they brought um, 99 contestants from Korea, Japan, and China to compete
oh,
to form a project girl group that would be temporary, i.e., Eyes One, IOI, other project groups in the past,
okay.
um, formed from Mnet shows. They're managed by Wake One, which is the company that generally manages some of these like temporary Mnet
Okay.
groups that come from these shows.
Hmm.
There are a lot of other project groups um, that have been prevalent through past I don't know however many years with very varying popularity. Kepler has done I think pretty well. They came around at a little bit of an odd time um, when there was a little bit of like drama around the whole Mnet. There were scandals about Mnet's previous shows
Oh, oh,
involving rigging
oh boy.
and uh, stuff like that, which I'm not going to get into the specifics about anything to do with Kepler or anything to do
Hmm.
with any of the groups that were confirmed to have rigging scandals. I don't believe anything was confirmed or anything happened with Kepler. It just feels necessary to bring up. That's why I think there was a little bit of a drop in popularity or trust in Mnet for these kind of shows. That was a little bit of a tangent, not related to Kepler. So Kepler is a 9-member girl group. The girls are all from different companies. For the most part, some of them share a company.
Okay.
Notably, you have Yujin from CLC, who competed in Girls Planet 999, and she won. Well, won by making the group and is the
Oh.
leader of the group.
Okay.
Um, anyone else you would know? Probably not. There was a prospective XG member in this group. Her name's Hikaru. If you watch the XG doc,
I did. Yeah.
where like the road to debut, essentially, I forget, I think it's called Extra Extra. She was very active and very around for all of that. If you remember, or if you watched, they were rooting for her in the show, and she made it very far. So they ended up making the decision to have her go and compete on the show rather than stay with the practicing group. So
Okay.
I think that will pretty much wrap up. And the reason that I think it's good that we touch them now is that we just got the news that they will be stopping their activities on July 3rd this year, unless their companies can renegotiate with Wake One, which
Okay.
it seems has been unsuccessful so far, which is seemingly how it typically goes. It seems like they try to negotiate longer contracts, but they usually end up just sticking with the 2.5-ish year contract.
Okay. And that's pretty common, is like the 2.5-year
That is
run.
common with these kind of project
Okay.
reality show groups. And what will happen if they do decide to not renew and they all go their separate ways is you'll get a bunch of, I mean, you can't say for sure, obviously, but you'll get a bunch of not spin-off groups, but you'll get the members going into their own directions. You might
Like
have
3 members over here, 3 members over here.
Yeah, you
but
might
they're
have
all like part of other groups
yes.
that you know.
Right. So there's rumors about 2 of the members joining another existing group, Limelight, because they're from Limelight's company, and they tease about Limelight having new members. So everyone's like, "Oh, okay. Well, these 2 are clearly joining Limelight. That makes sense. That checks out." There's been rumors about Hikaru joining XG forever. Who knows? XG's so
big. Yeah, they're moving
big and so established. Who knows what will happen with that? Yujin has established her interest in acting, so she may go an acting route. You never know. You could end up with some like sort of super groups like Le Seraphim and like Ive, where they were pieces from Eyes One. Or you could end up with like some really good solo artists, like we have Yenna from the previous group. Who else? I'm drawing a blank on names. But I think that pretty much gets us to where we need to be on who Kepler is. So what we're doing today is we're going to go over all the title tracks. I'm including the Japanese tracks because they've done a lot of Japanese releases.
Okay.
Not quite as many as Korean, but like more than I think average. They do pretty well in Japan.
Okay.
And I've also included a stage and a performance video for some songs that I think were well received and popular with fans. And I think that's pretty much it.
Cool. Just a few comments
before we
Gondo says, I'm excited to see where they all end up. Very cool. IMPD says, these project groups are usually planned for 2.5 years. There are always talks about contract extensions, but never happens since so many parties are involved, quote unquote, since these survival shows consist of companies sending their trainees for them to build a following before debuting themselves. Makes sense. And then Crusoe How's it going, Crusoe? Just hope that Eugen finds some sort of career after they disband. Girl needs some stability after CLC, and this would suck to see if she ends up failing to find traction and leaving the industry. Yeah, that would be heartbreaking.
I think Eugen has definitely found some footing though in Kepler. I think that like she has always been like a crucial part of CLC, but I think her being like a leader and like proving herself, I think like shocked a lot of people on Girls Planet. I think that she could do pretty well as a soloist if she wanted to keep going with the music route. But her acting stuff is
it good?
Is like also another good route.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I think she'll be all right.
I'd be curious to, if anybody knows. I'm curious on how many people that are, you know, in a project group like this wind up, you know, again, I know we've talked about some groups in the past doing like acting and stuff. I'm curious how much of those people wind up transitioning just over to just being actors rather than like, you know, continuing on as like an idol, like a K-pop idol.
It happens frequently. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them will go and do like variety.
Yeah.
Okay. That too.
Which is like talk shows and like comedy shows and stuff. It's very big in Korea. And then often there's a lot of members that come from Japan or China as well. And a lot of them will return and utilize their popularity back in their home country. And a lot of times will be way more successful for them.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Crusoe mentions Kim Sejong, who was also from a project group, right? With
Yep.
Gugu.
Sejong was in Gugudan, yeah.
Yeah. And now she's like a Netflix actress.
Oh,
like straight up.
Sick.
And she's really awesome. And she still releases music every now and then. Like her most recent album I love. Yeah. IOI. Okay.
Perfect. And then it says she released
Maybe
music again. She's mostly an actor nowadays. Okay. Very cool. Thank you, Crusoe. Thank you, Gondo. Much appreciated. But we're going to get into the first one, which is Wa Da Da. Is that correct?
That's right.
Very cool. And this isn't like pre-release. This is just like their debut.
This is straight up debut.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it then.
There should be subs on the.
Crazy. All right, guys. That was Wada Da. That was some high energy right there to start off.
That was a chaotic debut.
Woo!
Yes.
Right out the gate.
Brandon, why don't you start? What do you think?
Oh man. Well, I want to say that this was a very Alex coded song, so I feel like you might have enjoyed this debut if I have to reach a little.
Bro, I have so many signed Kepler albums.
I was gonna say that seems on brand for you. So that was kind of my first initial thought, was like, I bet you Alex enjoyed this song. But beyond that, I really enjoyed kind of like I really enjoyed the energy of the track. I think that was like the one thing that stood out to me. Like having 9 members is like pretty wild. I think this might be one of the largest groups we've done so far in terms of like member count. I don't know if there's any other
same amount as Twice.
Yeah, that's true, but I didn't like I don't feel like I've really formally covered Twice other than just doing the review. So, but yeah.
Wait till we do Luna.
Well, yeah, I know. We'll get into Luna, I'm sure. But I feel like there's a lot of like dynamic and stuff that I feel like I missed out on just because there's like a lot going on. So I'm curious to delve a little bit more deeper into Kepler.
Deepler.
That was not intentional. But I really enjoyed just kind of the more like sub bass. Like I think there was a lot more attention to like maybe more of the lower end of the song that I was very surprised about. And a lot of, I think, more of the like treble and like more melodic type energy was more like with their vocals. Like a lot of the melodic tendencies of the song kind of took place with that. So really enjoyed that a ton, and they just look like they're having like a great time, which is always like I feel like a really good indicator on a music video is that if they're like just enjoying themselves. I feel like I subsequently am just like, wow, I'm enjoying my life right now. This is great, like I'm feeding off that positive energy. So I say I really enjoyed this one a lot. I'm excited to delve a little bit more because I do think there's like a lot going on in like a great way, but I think it just offers more opportunities to like listen to different stuff that I didn't really pick out in the first run.
Okay. I guess I'll touch real quick.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, I liked this debut. I think that from watching the show while they were building this group, I really got to know all the different girls and like know what their strengths and what they bring to a group.
Mm-hmm.
And admittedly, I think that it would have been really hard to settle on the right sound for this group no matter what, because the energy that all these girls bring to a group is very different.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
a very, very wide range of like types of idol that I think they all are. So it's really hard to like settle on the perfect concept. Like I couldn't see them going with like a Dreamcatcher style thing. I couldn't see them all going with like an early Twice kind of concept, because there's some members where that's just like it would be perfect for some and horrible for some others. So I think this weird like EDM noise music chaos kind of stuff is kind of it's not safe sound wise, but it's safe in a sense of like everyone can work with it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty enjoyable. I see why they went with a concept like this or like a sound like this. I think it was pretty fun. I think that the reception overall, I think, was pretty mixed. I remember when it came out. There is a remix of it. I think someone pointed that out.
Yeah, Gondo.
Gondo pointed it out. There is a remix. I think they did it for Queendom. That it's really good. I actually think it's also a superior version. So I usually listen to the remix when I'm listening to it.
Okay.
But you have to listen to the original, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
My issue with this was not anything to do with the song, but the video. The one thing that kills me the most is right when the build up comes to the first chorus drop. When the first chorus hits, the frame is still on a transition frame and not in the beginning of the choreo frame. So when the first beat of the choreo dropped, it should have transitioned into them dancing or something happening, but instead it goes from the pre-chorus and it stays in the transition through the beginning of the first drop, which to me kind of kills the hype, because if you're going for that EDM noise music, you want that to like feel impactful. Sure. And the way you feel impact through a music video is a change of scene.
Like the jarringness. Yeah,
that's interesting, because I thought I definitely think of this as more of like an anti-drop track. So I
don't think it is at all.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because when they do the drop into the car noises, that's very like anti-drop, in the sense that it's not. How do I explain it? Anyway, that's the way I saw it, so I didn't consider that as part of the music video. But it's also a very minor note, so
okay,
it's fair.
Not bad, not too bad.
And the other part I had an issue with is that they miss a lot of really like what I would consider vital choreography shots, especially towards like the end of the song when there's I think it's on the last chorus. There's shots of them in like that room scene where they were like teleporting in and out of and stuff. They pan away or they have them disappear when there's like a really cool move where they kind of like drop down on their arms and do sort of like they do like a flip almost. Like they do a really cool, their choreo is a really intricate, what looks to be like a really tough piece of choreography. It's not shown in the video and I don't understand why. So that's really where my issues lie with this. I mean, the chanting is a little Could do without it. But like pointed out by Gondo, their theme song for the Girls Planet show was "Oh Oh Oh," where so it makes sense in reference. So I can't really hate on it that much.
Fair enough. Therese,
That's
your
interesting. I thought I was going to be a lot higher than Alex on this one because I didn't know you enjoyed it that much. I thought that this was one that you wouldn't like because I thought it was like an anti-drop.
Oh no, I don't consider this an anti-drop.
But,
That's why he loves it.
So, then I'm now positioning myself a little bit lower than both of you, but I still actually really like this song. I really love Kepler as an overall project, as like their output, their final output. I'm like, yes, great job with the Kepler girls. But I have a hot take about competition shows like these, and that Mnet had always been, fixing things, rigging things. That's something that I already understood in my brain, even if it was never confirmed, because that's what happens. It's like you get a trainee, you know that they're going to succeed, you hype them up, you give them a good edit, stuff like that. This was a group that I thought was noticeably not rigged, which is not a good thing to me, because I prefer like a nicely manicured group with people that like talent, like official talent directors have deemed worthy to debut. And maybe that's a hot take to some people. To me, I like the overall output when it ends up that way. There were quite a few members in this group that I did not see the appeal of until like last year.
Wow.
And
all right, respect.
I don't think. I think that's a shared sentiment.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna name them. I'm too scared.
That's fair.
But
yeah,
I think
you're on the internet.
You have context clues. I watched the whole show. I saw all the memes. I was mostly watching because like my friends were watching, and we were watching in the Soju Talk Discord, which was fun.
Yeah.
But there were just some people that I did not get, and there were some people that I was diehard for. Like Hikaru was my one pick. Absolutely love her. Yeah. And then Zhao Ting, love her. I loved Yujin. Yujin climbed really high. Like she really performed well. Chaehyun, loved her. And then like Shauna, which was another girl that didn't make the group, was really rooting for her.
Don't get me started. So my top, so my one pick was Youngin.
Oh, okay. It's just I don't have an opinion on Youngin personally.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
You'll grow to love her. Don't worry. But my 2 and 3 were Shauna and Hikaru.
Oh, nice.
The Shauna broke my heart.
Yeah. And it's weird because when you see they have the rankings listed next to these girls' names in the K-pop profiles, because that's how competition shows work.
Sure,
they're ranked.
I don't know. I haven't watched a competition show, so.
You can see what happened in the voting, where there were some people that were diehard for certain girls. I guess their personalities. Some people really liked their stage performance. I personally did not see it. And they ranked really, really high. And some of the girls that were really good ranked really, really low. And so it's like, oh, they're safe. We can not vote for them this time. But some of those girls didn't end up making it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Like some people really fumbled the bag letting Shauna and Kawaguchi Arena go, in my opinion.
Yes, agreed.
But I don't want to, I don't want to stir the pot on the whole Kepler thing.
Outside of competition shows, overall happy with how the group turned out in the end. That's fine. The ends justify the means, whatever. I think this particular song was one that TikTok ended up convincing me that I liked, because when I first heard it, it's a goddamn mess. Like it is all over the place. Just like you said, like the energy is everywhere. There's no direct line to like what should you focus on in this song.
Yeah. They said yes.
And then like when you see the choreo, which was all over TikTok at the time, it makes more sense. And then you're like, oh, that's what I should have been focusing on, but I watched the dang music video.
That's true. That's
And
true.
where all they showed was the No, you're not twiddling the thumbs. You got to twiddle the
sorry.
thumbs. That's how you do the choreography.
Okay, sorry.
Official.
Sorry. Let me get it right. Sorry.
But even that part, I actually really like now. I like all of it a lot more than when I first listened to it. And
Okay.
I can't explain why. I think it's just, you got to listen to music for enjoyment instead of, critical assessment sometimes.
Even though that's exactly what we're doing right now is a slight critical.
No, we're not. We're
Just a
not
little.
critics. We're just giving our honest reaction.
It's a criticism, slightly. Yeah.
Anyway, I like the song now. I really like the choreography, and I really like I don't like the members particularly in this song, but I like how they ended up. If that makes sense.
I got you. Yeah, the road to where. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the road to their post-training after they debuted, they all ended up taking the stage in their own way, and I appreciated that.
Okay. Yeah, just to piggyback on that a little bit, I also don't. Maybe I sound like I like this song more than I do. The song is like a 6 out of 10 for me, a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But I think that they don't really. I think the energy is there and the point is across, but I think this song was a bad representation of what the group is capable of and what the girls can like bring to the table, because you can't really point anything out if you look back at the song, like anything notable that anyone did in the song.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's sort of like what my other issue is. There's no like real peak. There's no like impressive dance break, rap verse, or anything that you can like really pull from this video that makes you say like, oh, they got the best of the best from that show.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I do think that they do better over time.
Okay.
I think they found what the girls can do, and they've got everyone in their pocket. But that's just another thing that maybe brings the song down like a point or two for me. Is just
you know what their
it was
potential is.
It was a weird choice. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
I think anybody that watched the show, I think the expectations for anyone that watched the whole show and then watched this debut were probably higher than anybody who just saw this as a regular girl group debut.
Yeah,
because you've seen them compete head to head, and you've seen them compete so much and so hard with all these different concepts that you know what they're all capable of.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it.
Well,
and I'll skip through the comments because there was some talk amongst the comment section. Love that. Keep doing that, guys.
Yeah. Keep going.
But yeah, there's some mention about the Queendom remix, which I haven't heard. I'll definitely check it out.
It's very good.
And then Gondo said, "I kind of wish it was rigged, to be honest."
I was gonna say I think
there's a certain like amount of rigging that I think is acceptable, but we're used to that in American music shows. Like we're used to the rigging.
Yeah. For sure.
It's like not fully transparent, but everyone knows.
It's not. No. Yeah. We know.
And then Gondo said you can't trust the fan vote, especially when they kept switching the voting format every week, which was true. And they were also prioritizing Korean votes over international votes, which was crazy to me because they had Chinese and Japanese contestants on that show. I was going to
say, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was all a show about bringing together all the countries, and yet they were prioritizing Korean votes. Made no sense. And then Crusoe said people could probably guess who I was talking about that I wasn't too fond of. But Yanning was my one pick, says Sao, so I like that. Zhao Ting got 9th, which was crazy to me. That was like the last spot. Everyone was so sure she was going to make the team, and she got the last place. Gondo said, "Don't get me started on Yorina." Oh my god, yeah. And then Shauna's in Lapolis now. Yes. Also, Kim Soo-yeon is in Billy now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Billy.
Most of the girls that were on the show ended up winning in their own sense.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the girls that participated, especially the ones that finished higher, have gotten their opportunities. You have Gia. What is that group we listened to? I'm not gonna remember their name now. I showed you guys her like rap cipher she did. Mimi Rose. Thank you.
Mimi
Thank
Rose,
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, you have Gia who went and did Mimi Rose. She auditioned with Youngin, who was my one pick in the show, so that was cool to see. But yeah, you have Shauna, who is a leader of Lapis, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Suyeon goes what by Sean now.
Oh
in
yeah.
Billy?
Yeah.
I think she had like a stage name change, but yeah, I mean Billy's doing pretty well. So
Yeah.
and there's a
Sean.
bunch of others that are in other
I love
groups as
Billy.
well. So.
Billy's one of my favorites.
But yeah.
Shouts to them. Also for competition shows, I don't know anything about those, so the next one that comes out, I feel like I'll probably live stream one. It probably will not go on YouTube because I'm not trying to get taken down in Korea. So,
Yo, when what's the Hybe one called again?
Oh, Dream Academy?
Or
Or
I should do it live though.
is it not with
fun.
Hybe anymore?
oh, Girls Planet? No, it's not with Hybe.
Someone knows. Les.
No,
this
not
Are You
not
Next?
Island. That's it.
Island. Okay.
Thanks,
Oh,
Lana.
Island. Oh.
Okay.
When Island 2 comes out, we should watch it on Twitch.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think that's with Hybe. I don't think so.
I don't think it is anymore. I think it
Yeah.
was previously.
I'll watch it with
but-
you guys. I think I've determined that I don't like competition shows.
I feel
just
like
based on like how
bad.
everything ends up.
You gotta
and how
watch
much
like 2
fluff is
hours.
in there.
You gotta watch like 2 hours of content just to get
Oh.
one performance.
Yeah.
hell yeah, let's go.
I'll watch the performances with you guys.
Listen,
at
I've
least.
watched
Okay.
I've seen the American Music Awards here. You know, it's the same shit. So, just different
It's-
coat of paint.
No,
It's
you're
really
in
long.
for it. You're in for like.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not.
Oh,
a tea,
you
I'm
haven't
not a
seen
tea
like
drinker. I haven't seen
the
anything.
no, yeah. So very commonly in Variety, they'll give you
Okay.
4 different shots of the same 4 seconds,
Let's
just
go.
from different perspectives,
Just-
and
yeah,
they'll do that
yep.
repeatedly.
Let's go. All right, cool.
So
Well,
that's what ends
yeah.
up taking so long is like a lot of fluff that's like, oh, but what did this girl see? Oh, but what did we see from this side of the
Oh,
room?
And
wow.
you'll
oh,
spend
but
yeah. Even during performances, you'll see them like I don't know the drop on a
Oh,
remix
yeah.
come, and then they'll show you every other girl like group in their waiting room watching them, and then
Yeah.
all just like with their shocked faces,
yeah,
and they'll do it
Oh
for like
my
10
God,
seconds
that's
for like 6
great.
different groups.
Holy
It's
shit.
crazy.
it's a very like Korean editing thing that is
yeah.
really
I
funny.
know what that's. I know what
It's
that's
really
like,
funny
yeah.
when you get used to it, but it's
I've
yeah.
seen those. I've seen like Korean edits before, like of like shit, but like,
Yeah.
I'll actually have to do it because I feel like I need to know. Since
You
I
need to
don't
know.
I just need
Yeah.
to know. So like I can be a
Okay.
little bit more well-rounded. So we'll let us know, guys. Which
Well,
the islands
Gondo has
Anyway.
a good point. Gondo has a good point recommending the Queendom shows since they're competing groups
Oh.
that you're already at least aware
Familiar
of some
with-
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
If
true.
they do another season
Queendom.
of Queendom, that would be the move.
I think so. Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye on it, but I'll definitely try to do that live if possible. It'll only be Twitch, so you're gonna have to keep your eyes and ears open for that. But
Yeah.
we're gonna move on to the next one because we took a little bit of extra time to talk about some fun shit. But it's always
Okay,
good.
now
Rambling.
we're in Kepler. We're not upset
Yeah.
about the lineup anymore. This is it.
All right.
Oh, this is one of my favorite songs. Thank
Yep.
goodness.
All
We
right.
got
So
it on
this is
here.
a B-side from their debut. It's pronounced Mask.
Yes, I figured. Yeah.
And this is a performance video of it because they never did a music video. They never did like an official video. But this is from their debut show. And there's a lot of people who wish this was the title track.
You will too.
I
Yeah,
probably will.
and that's all I will say. Let's roll it.
All right, let's go. Shout outs to the videographer.
Interesting.
All right, that was Mask.
I think I like this. I think I like the Spotify version more just because there's a lot more ambiance or like
enough.
texture, and they got rid of that to showcase more of the singing, which is fine.
Yeah.
In the performance, but I really like the song.
You're gonna.
I guess I'll continue.
Yeah, I was
'cause
gonna say,
you might as well.
I just
Yeah.
started talking. I don't think I've seen this performance before. I really like it.
It was great. Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good. I think they definitely shown a lot in their performance aspects, all of the members here, because the faces were on point, the choreography was on point, like everyone had their lines, and it's pretty flawless. I think specifically Yujin obviously standing out because Yujin really blossomed in this whole competition show. And Hikaru. I just love Hikaru. She was the one that was in the front doing the like body roll.
Oh yeah, that was so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then Gondo pointed out in pink hair is Chaehyun, who did get first place, like #1 pick, and I think that was well deserved.
Yeah,
I
was
think
gonna say
she's popular for a
sure.
reason. So I really like this song. I think yeah, I like the ambiance from the Spotify soundtrack or song the most. And then the vocals might be lower on my list of what I like about this song. I think it's mostly about the arrangement for me, but still great.
All right. So the only thing I can say about that in contrast is that the vocals in this song for me are great because I was shocked that my girl Youngun, who came into this show as a dancer rapper, got the high note at the end.
That's incredible.
Impressive,
I don't think I knew that particular piece of information.
Yeah, that high note when the fireworks go off is Youngun.
Oh,
Wow.
that's sick. Shout outs.
Which is crazy because she like really proved herself as a vocalist throughout the show. But I mean, she came into the competition auditioning with like "Kick It" by NCT,
Oh,
rapping
I forgot about
with
that.
Yoonjia. So that was really cool to me for like Youngin, who was my one pick through the whole show, like getting so much praise for what she essentially didn't even come into the show for.
Wow.
So she's. I'm gonna praise Youngin the whole episode. Sorry in advance.
Bias, yeah.
But no, but she. I think that this group has a lot of well-rounded individuals. I think
agree.
it's really cool that in this song in particular, she kind of like. This is my first time seeing her as like kind of like an ace in the group. Like somebody, and by ace, Brian, I mean somebody who's like really, really strong in like their dancing, singing, and rapping. Like can kind of do
triple
like
threat.
yeah, like they can do everything well.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's just because I one picked her. Maybe that's because she's my
Yeah.
bias. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Attachment.
Yeah, whatever. More on the song. This is really cool. It's like deep house kind of, I guess, with a lot of use of empty space in the drop, which is cool, and like the motif of the left and right panning.
Yeah, that was sick. I love that. Yeah.
For the whatever the phrases are they use, which is really cool. I think the stage outfits are great. Like the dark concept is cool. It's something I don't think we ever saw again from Kepler. That I wish they would go into a little more. And I just think it was a great performance video. I really wish they had done an official performance video or like a high quality studio video or something with it, rather than like the debut showcase video that we're watching now is fine. But I really would have liked to see like something professionally, like studio lighting, 4K, kind of like, I don't know, in like a, I don't know, like a music video setting or something. Like I think they should have done more with it. Is what I'm saying, with like Spotify track quality or what, like music quality, so that it's something they could have promoted and something that could have helped them a little more. Because I think overall the reception on this track was higher than Wadada, generally speaking, but it didn't have the tools to get promoted in a similar fashion because you really just have this really.
I mean, what was do you know what like the gap was between Wadada and Mask? But it wasn't. I imagine it wasn't.
There's no music video for Mask, so I don't know. Oh, was the gap for it coming out?
Yeah. Oh, they both came out the same day.
Yeah, they're both part of the same.
Okay. Sorry.
So this
apologies.
This performance is from their debut showcase.
Okay. That's putting it more in perspective. Yeah. I definitely feel like this one is more probably my speed. I think I appreciate more of the subtleties of this. I'm gonna have to listen to like the version on Spotify, which I always typically do after I get finished with whatever group we're talking about. I go back and listen to each group and try to really like do my homework. But I definitely felt like the vocals were like really interesting in this song. I like that Alex point out like the vocal panning that you get in like that kind of like, I want to say it's a drop, but kind of like the like, I guess it's a chorus, but just kind of like the way that they
It's
panned
both.
up, kind of both. I think it definitely like it was something of a shock the first time listening to it, because I was like, oh my god, I'm like, that's really 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 cool. I love that. And I think the way, very similar to Wada, I think they really utilize a lot of their vocal structures more in the kind of the melodies. Like a lot of the, I feel like a lot of the main focal point of their group is like, how can we really just like put a bunch of like ear candy in a song, but like have it not be like an instrumental. Like let's try to like use their voices to kind of like fill in those gaps more. So I do like that a ton. Because I think it not only is, I think, great for a group that has 9 members in it, but also I think it shows off like a different perspective of the group, that where they can perform this live, and like they have obviously the talent and the group size to be able to do something like that. So I love that. I think that's really sick. It's probably one of the reasons why I think I love Twice as much as I love Twice, because I think they do a really great job of kind of doing that as well too. Not to compare Kepler to Twice by any stretch, but I think the way that they kind of go about it is really really interesting. But yeah, I would say this one is definitely a little bit more along the lines of what I would probably go back and listen to. So I think this was very good. It's still very chaotic though. I will say, like, I noticed that that's probably going to be kind of like a through for Kepler right now, is just like the way that they're going to be able to kind of like find that like niche point of like having some really cool melodies, but also like keeping the energy up and like moving, because this one definitely had that sort of energy and movement. But I'm curious to see like once we get closer to like the last couple songs, like more current Kepler stuff, I'm curious where like how much their sound has like evolved and changed, very similarly to like a lot of the other groups we've talked about. So I'm serious.
I
I'm
think
curious
you
where they'll end
should.
up.
Yeah, I think you should temper your expectations a bit, because they're definitely more of like a K-pop arrangement group
Sure.
than any other
Yeah.
girl group that you've listened to, because it's Mnet. It's an Mnet group, and Mnet like basically coined K-pop, so it's going to be the chaoticness that people are
Yeah.
used to hearing.
I don't think it's, I'm not saying like I feel like they're just gonna hit me with like a lane switch and do like R&B, like R&B K-pop stuff, but I do think that I'm curious how fine tuned they're gonna like, I guess to just preface where I feel like they're gonna land at. I'm curious to see how much fine tuning they wind up doing, because like you said, they have kind of a time clock a
I
little
just
bit,
don't think.
you know.
Granted, I've only listened to the Korean releases, but I don't think there's a lot of fine tuning, because this was released 2 years ago. Like it
That's
hasn't
fair.
been
That's fair.
long.
That's fair.
They
That's
don't
fair.
evolve that much in their music.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm giving the positive aura, so that's what we're doing. But
Hey, we love the positivity.
yeah,
I didn't say anything bad. I'm just saying it's not like
no,
studio quality, if
no,
that's
no,
what
no.
you're looking for.
I understand. I know. I knew what you meant,
Yeah.
Therese. I was. It
Yeah.
wasn't a diss to Therese, if that's what everybody's gonna be wondering. But I think we're gonna move on
All
to
right,
the next one.
let me read a couple comments real quick.
Okay.
It's the closest we got to a dark concept. Yeah, sad. Crusoe says they didn't care for this as much as most people seem to at first, but it really grew on them. Still prefer the title track, but Mask is definitely the better of the two. Yeah, I think that lines up for a lot of people. Yep, Chaehyun was first. Youngin was in the vocal unit with Chaehyun in Queendom 2. That is true. Thought of her as a dancer, but it's probably the second best vocalist, at least in the members' opinions. And these days, all the groups are doing 2 music videos per comeback, or at least a music video and a performance video. Yeah, that's true. Or like a pre-release or
Something.
Usually, yeah, a lot of groups are doing at least 2 lately. Cool. We have one more from this era. Sorry, I did not include Shine or OO or any of those like specific Girls Planet songs.
Oh, okay.
But this last one we're getting into is like a personal pick of mine from this era, just because I think musically it stands out and I think it is worth listening to. So it's going to be their opening performance from Queendom 2 of See the Light, which is their introduction song for their first debut mini album.
Very cool.
I think See the Light is a really interesting song, but they don't have any sort of official video for it. And the Queendom 2 performance is cool. And it gives a good introduction of their performance abilities and performance skills. And it gives a chance to hear See the Light. So we'll get into this last one real quick.
All right. Let's get into it. Wow.
Yeah. So we don't need to really spend too much time on this. This is sort of just I just wanted you to get a little more taste of like their performance and the stuff that kind of accumulated, because there's really not much to go off of with their B-sides. They have Mnet or Wake One has not given them much to do with their B-sides. So I want to make sure that I wanted to make sure that I could highlight some of their B-sides and some of their other music as much as possible. So this is kind of like one of the only other opportunities I really get.
No, it got me hyped.
Yeah, it's cool. It was the intro to get the people hype essentially for Queendom 2. It's a remix of their intro track See the Light, which was already a shorter track to begin with.
Okay.
So that's why it sounds like it didn't have a chorus. That's why it sounds like it didn't really have structure. It's meant to just be a performance song. So you're not really like missing anything if you can't figure out why there's no structure.
Yeah. I kind of figure it was just more of an experience rather than like a song that you're like actively listening to. Is that so with the opening, do each, I imagine with like a competition show they have like multiple groups that they're trying to like unveil essentially. Do they all do this? They all do like an opening song kind of essentially?
Yep, there was a couple I can't remember what groups that you would know were on Queendom 2.
Someone knows.
Like Brave Girls, WJSN, Brave Girls, VVZ. Somebody remind me of the others.
Also, I forgot to preface that I literally in the baby of K-pop again. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting.
If you're here, you know that.
If you hear the chat, you know. But if you're watching on YouTube, I'm a big baby, so I don't know any of this shit. So please help me out here.
Oh, Hyolyn, I forgot.
Right, I forgot Hyolyn was the one woman army on Queendom 2.
Yeah.
What?
And then
it was one person.
Yeah, she was one person competing against Luna, who is 12 people.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I know Luna has a lot.
It was crazy. It was a little nuts, but
oh my god.
Yes, it's Star 19 comeback. Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, unless anyone has anything crazy to say about the song, I think we could just take it at face value and move on.
Very cool.
It was sick.
I like hearing each group's chorus with like all their voices.
Yeah.
I think they each have a very distinct signature to them. And Kepler's is like so clear
Kepler.
And fresh. I think it makes sense the sound they ended up going with for the rest of their comebacks.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm also curious for like the outfit choice. They went with like they had like a marching band
sash.
Type, yeah, they had the marching band aesthetic.
Yeah, the song had like a sort of like a drill remix.
It did. Yeah.
I don't mean drill and like the drill style music. I mean like drill as in like marching band drill.
Yeah, no. That's what I meant. Yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
Any members standing out to you so far, Brennan? Maybe
not
3 videos in, maybe a check.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe by the end of
Well,
it.
if that's a good or a bad thing.
It's probably a bad thing, but it's all right. We're gonna mow
Oh, no.
over it.
All right, well,
I think
the
it's
next
so
video-
tough. It's nine people to keep track of, and I think it's like my brain already has hard enough time trying to remember 4 people's names. You know,
They have two, maybe some would argue 3 rappers for you to choose from.
Oh,
so just
hell yeah!
start,
Let's go.
Start deciding which rapper you
All
like
right.
the most. And I'll let you know.
I already
who it
know
is.
which one's your favorite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
I
already
already know
know.
in my heart of hearts.
Place your bet. Place your bets now. Let me know which rapper you think I'm gonna
Therese,
choose.
Therese, are you going with Diane
Yeah.
or Hikaru?
Oh, Hikaru, of course.
Okay,
What are you choosing, Alex?
Diane.
Okay. All right. Well,
Just to spice up the bets a little bit.
Okay,
We can't bet
fair
on
enough.
the same.
Fair
number.
enough. All right, cool. We love to see it. Anyway, this next song we have is Up. Oh, sorry, I have to say it with more gusto. Up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there you go.
let's go. All right, turn up. Let's go. No pun intended. Sorry.
This is my comfort song.
I love this. This was a song that, like, I was like, I want to get the bleached frames.
Let's go. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is sick. Hell yeah, let's go. Kepler, baby. That was Up. Let's rock. That was, Alex broke out his light stick. What's good? Also, shout out to all the new chatters. Thank you for coming in. Thimmy5D, thank you for the follow. Much love. You must have heard we were talking about Kepler tonight, God, this one was great. This one had great energy. I loved it.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
This was a vibe.
You know, You know I love a summer song.
I was gonna say this is a summer song to a T, but I like to. Okay, so now I'm gonna break out the bias talk here.
Already.
Okay.
Whoever
Go ahead,
was
I'll name 'em.
whoever was basically when the like drop came in and they were doing like the rap part basically. I don't know who that was, but they crushed
There
it.
was two. There was Hikaru and there's Diane. Did you like
was
the
a
girl
s-
that was on the raft or the girl that was floating through space?
The one who was floating through space.
Diane.
Ah, yes. Let's
Nope,
go.
nope. Your real bias is Hikaru.
All right, everybody,
I know
let's-
this. You
we
just
take our
haven't
win.
seen it yet.
We take our wins gracefully.
I will also
She didn't
say,
get a lot of lines in this song particularly.
okay,
so
fair
yeah.
enough. Well, I'll listen. I'll hold out. But I also really enjoyed. Let me see if I can go through. I also really enjoyed whoever this is.
That's our number one.
Yep, Chaehyun.
Cheon. Okay, let's
Yep.
go. All right. All right. Twitch can't see it. That's who I was pointing at. This person here. So. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm
Chaehyun. Yep, she was the number one. So Hikaru was the first rapper who she has the two-tone hair in this.
Yes.
She also had the first half of the dance break.
Mm-hmm.
And Diane was the second rapper who had like the floating through space, hitting the giant button.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah,
rap.
Diane. Yeah, Diane. Chef's kiss.
Diane
Love
did
it.
really well in this
Yeah.
song. I think they all did really well.
Diane's
Yeah.
very talented. She's, I would say, another very strong ace of the group. Very, very good.
I feel like when you have that many members, you should have a couple aces. You know.
Oh yeah. Statistically.
Should.
Statistically, yeah. No, I think this was like, this was a bop. This is like 120% a bop. I loved it from front to back. It has that like, again, it still has that chaotic energy, but I think they were able to I think they were able to manage it in such a unique way with this song. And I think obviously like the more like bubblegummy kind of like feel to this summer song, as Alex mentions a lot. I think that definitely aids them in making the song that much more catchier. But yeah, I this is a fantastic one. I'm probably gonna go back and listen to this one like multiple times now because it was that
Yeah,
good.
this is from their mini album called Dub Blast.
Okay.
The whole thing's really good. I recommend it. This song is not alone on that mini album. I think it's a very good mini album.
We love it.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, that was pretty much it. I think like again they were able to highlight. I like that this one like there wasn't as much like vocal like ear candy kind of a thing. Like I think there was still moments of that, but I think there was a lot more like runs. I felt like this one felt more like they weren't trying to add like different like vocal layers. It was more so like let's try to have them like kind of riff a little bit more. So I think that was kind of what I enjoyed mostly about this song was I think the flow was like I feel like the flow was a little bit better with this song, and that's probably why I enjoyed it. Not to say that the first couple songs we've listened to were bad by any stretch, but I think
This is
this
a
was
good
more,
step higher.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
This song for me just did everything. Everything I had a complaint about in their debut was fixed for this.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to point out specifics. It's just everything's a little better.
I would agree.
You know what I mean? Like the quality of the music video is better. The concept is better. The song, generally speaking, is better.
Yeah. Agreed.
It was very fitting for when it came out. All the girls feel like they got pretty decent screen time. The styling was great. You got a dance break where they showed the dancing. You got good camera work, personality shown in the background of the scenes. Like when they're focusing on one girl, there's other girls in the background like playing around. And they did a good job, I think, with this, where the debut track didn't feel like it had a lot of substance to it. This feels substantial.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I really like the direction they went. If you're finished, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. But I love the summer camp aesthetic.
Yeah.
Or the way that it's very like it's overly colorful, but that makes it a lot more like coloring book energy.
Yeah.
And I think in the song, what I most like, because this is a crunchy song, it's got all the beats in it, all of them. And I love that. It's my favorite type of song where you can hear all of the vocals that are doing the da 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 da, and then in the background there's also like keys that are like da da
Yeah,
da 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 da, and then there's like the beats going all over the place. I love it.
Stacks on
I
stacks.
love, yeah, I love the styling, of course. I bleached my hair because I saw Hikaru with it. I was like, that is so cute. And
It is really
I
good.
was like, I want to be that cute. Honestly.
It is
No,
it is so it's so K-pop in the sense
it
of like
is.
the genre switching and like the
Mhm.
beat switches,
Oh yeah.
but the way they do it is really tasteful, where nothing feels like
Mhm.
jarring or out of place. It just feels like different movements of the same song,
Yes.
which is
And
like hard to do, especially when I think at this time that this was coming out, there was a lot of popularity with like the noise and like, you know, the end mix change up, all that kind of stuff that people were trying to capitalize and utilize weird song structure and like mishmashing, where you
Okay.
know you
Yeah.
would
we'll
have
get to
songs
end
that,
mix eventually.
yeah, and that's
Talk
what happens a
about
lot.
talk
That
about a
happens
change
generally
up.
yeah, that generally happens a lot too when you have like too many people in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
next
level.
level is a
Okay.
good example.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hmm.
Thanks, Gandhi.
um yeah, so this song felt really, I think, on concept refreshing in a sense of that it just feels so complete, and there's like
Yeah.
nothing jarring about it, but it's
Hmm.
still
Right.
noisy and weird, you
I
know.
Oh,
think
for
it's
sure. Yeah.
particularly like what you were talking about with the last song, the ear candy. In this one, it's with all the ad libs where they're like
Correct. Yeah.
the Kep1er, or like just a little like shout
Just a
outs in the
spurt.
back,
Yeah,
like
let it
you.
spurt. Yeah.
Just it's really they're really well placed and they were really well recorded. Members did great. I also really like all the visuals, like when they're
Oh,
talking about Kepler and they're doing like the Watata movement, or all of the choreography is well showcased. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Could be my favorite Kepler song.
Yeah, I'm with
But I'm
you.
excited about the
And
Japanese comeback.
not only in the song choices, but the video is also so K-pop
Hmm.
as well, because you have like, I don't know how to explain the tropes to Brandon very well, but think like Red Velvet in a sense of like it's a normal video until it's not, where like you have a
Let's plug into this lemon
yeah, like
USB.
you have
oh, yeah.
Mashiro hacking.
I did see
Yeah,
that.
Mashiro's hacking a MacBook, and all of a sudden they're
Yeah.
plugging USB into a fruit and transport it into a different universe.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Let's
like
do the bridge in the outer space.
Yeah, the
and
emojis.
Diane all of a sudden has to do a rap verse swimming through space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then presses the
So
button. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh.
it's like it's very uniquely and
Whew.
on brand K-pop in like the
Yes.
most pure sense that I can like fathom.
Yeah, I feel like it matches well with like the chaoticness of this song. Like, like this is the type of music video that I'm like, yep, they nailed it, because like it like what I've noticed well with like a lot of K-pop groups we've talked about is like the ability to especially if you have like a good like backing, like the ability to kind of make an insane music video that also really works well with the song. And I think this is a very good like indicator. Like if I was to just be like, hey, you've never heard of K-pop before, like this is like the most
Yeah.
chaotic
Oh
shit
yeah,
you
this is
can
a
think
good
of.
one.
Watch this music video, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like that to me is like one of the coolest things about delving into a lot of these groups, has just been like the insane amount of like talent it takes to make some of these music videos. So shout out to all the people that do
Yeah,
like post edit work. I know a few of
Oh
them
my
for
god.
real.
So good.
I'll give a shout out to this like Asian group I'm in on Facebook. There's this one member, I don't remember their name, so my apologies, but they do like a lot of like K-pop like B-roll type things like in music videos, like color grading and like all that sort of stuff. So like you get to see like
Nice.
really interesting clips of like music videos and all that sort of stuff from like their perspective. So shout outs to them. I don't know if they watch this stuff, but big salutes to them. Yeah, very cool. We love Kepler. We got a couple new people, as I mentioned, first time chatters. Potito. He says we go, love it. Jojo Ju says love this song. And Thimmy 5D gave us a bunch of those dancing dinosaurs and then said masterpiece. I would definitely agree with you as well.
Damn right, it's a masterpiece.
Damn right, it's a masterpiece. Gondo asked, Alex and Therese, do you remember when Mnet sent a bunch of girls to Daeon's mom's house while Daeon was doing farm work?
Yeah,
you wouldn't understand unless you watched the show.
That was hardcore when they were like, this girl is gonna make the group. We need to send them to meet her mom.
Yeah, there was a lot of what you could I think deduce a lot from the stuff they started showing when they got families involved. I think is when you could start putting pieces together of who was going to be in the group or not.
Okay. Yeah, it's like
when they sent everyone to Diane's mom and then sent everyone to Dion's family restaurant, I think everyone was pretty sure that she was going to be in the group.
She also got like the preliminary first place, like when they were first organizing the girls into different categories. Yeah, they knew that she was going to make it.
She was going to be it. The it girl. Yeah. We love to see it. Shout out to Dayon. Very cool. Everybody, Gondo says also comment on Hikaru's two-tone hair. So shout out to Hikaru for rocking it. Wow, that's very cool. Gondo also said Daeon, Hikaru, and Zhaoting first of each country before the show started. Very cool.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Well, we're gonna move on to the next one.
And they all made the group.
We love to see it. Big moves for the ladies. We love it. But the next one we have here is Wing Wing. So
this is the first Japanese single.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Bird at the end. We gotta love it. All right, guys.
Shout out to Agase.
Yeah, shout out to Agase. We love him. Anyways, that was Wing Wing by Kepler. This one was chaotic. Dude,
this one was chaotic?
They're all chaotic.
I feel like you haven't listened to enough classic K-pop.
I have not.
If you think these are all chaotic.
To be fair, I have not.
I don't think it's very chaotic.
Yeah, I know. This is like tame.
All right. Well, to be fair, I'm the baby, so
From our
excuse me.
perspective.
You know,
Yeah.
Listen. Also, we haven't really delved into any classic K-pop, so you know that's on me probably.
I mean, we kind of have. We just a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little. Yeah. Just a little. I have my toes in the water. You know.
Yeah, we need to get back into some third gen girl groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm pushing for CLC after we wrap up Kepler.
I mean, there's enough votes. I feel like we should run a poll to see what our next we should do like an OG week. I feel like that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, for sure.
OG week would be tight.
Yeah.
But anyway, to be fair, again, my lack of knowledge of OG K-pop music, you know, is non-existent. So, you know, my thoughts on it being chaotic may seem like, oh yeah, this is tame. This is easy shit. You know, this is shit we already know.
Too trained ear.
I know this. Yeah, I already know what this is like. No, I thought this was a pretty solid song. I really enjoyed a lot of the way that they harmonized in this song. I think there was a lot of great harmonies, especially in that last part of the chorus. I really enjoyed that. I felt like that really kind of hit a really nice melodic tone. So I enjoyed that a ton. The acoustic guitar kind of threw me for a loop for about a half second. But I'm not really
there was acoustic guitar?
like that, you know.
In the pre-chorus kind of
part.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
I kind of I appreciate the more anti-drop aesthetic of the chorus as well too. I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I feel like this is an inoffensive song to me. So I just thought it was pretty middle of the road. I don't have anything good or bad to say about it. I just thought it was oh, okay, it's a good song.
I really like this one. And
okay,
truly just because I think it's interesting that they used wing or the word wing as a buzzing sound, which is not something that we would think of in an English language
That's
usually.
true.
Like
Yeah.
you can tell when they're like dragging it out to infinity, which I actually really
Yeah.
like that decision when they're going wing wing, and the way that they're compressing it, it's making
Yeah.
the buzzing sound that they then do in the post chorus, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I wasn't connecting the two until I was like, wait, they're really dragging this out. Wait, that's on purpose.
Yeah, that's cool.
They caught me. They caught me on that, and I really like it. I like that they dragged it out because it was emphasizing what they wanted to emphasize in the song. It gave you a very good point to focus in on, and it made a very mesmerizing song, especially with all the backgrounds like warping behind the members' close-ups. That was cool. I don't quite understand what the song was about. Like I was reading the lyrics, but the words weren't clicking together.
English
I was
wasn't
also
working.
trying-
I don't either. It's okay.
I was also trying to listen to the lyrics because I can understand Japanese way better, but it's been a
luck.
while
I was
since
gonna
I've
say.
been on my Japanese train. So,
Hey.
yeah, it was a really fun. It was a really fun song, and I think they knew what they were doing, putting Hikaru front and center in like all of the dance sequences.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she killed it in the song. I think one
I
thing
agree.
that I think that you noticed it when I noticed it, Therese, was the wing choreography.
hmm
I think
The little.
no, they had like a part of the choreo where they were backs to the camera, where their arms were like their hands were behind their shoulders, making a wing. And
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
really cool. It's really cool.
Let's see if I can roll it back.
What's not so popular anymore feels like point choreography.
hmm
Which is really cool. Just the the song being called Wing Wing, and they're making a really obvious like formation that looks like a wing. I thought it was just a really cool and unique dance move.
hmm
All right, I can't.
Um,
I'm gonna look.
yeah, I don't know where you're gonna find it, but and
Try it.
also for me, that wing buzzing is such an
Mhm.
earworm for me.
Oh yeah.
When I heard that for the first time, when I was like,
Wing
when I was in my phase of listen to the comeback when it was fresh, I would just be walking around just wing buzzing all the time. It's so addictive.
I'm gonna hear
I'd be
that
like in the
now.
grocery store getting milk, and Alex would come up next to me and be like, "Wing buzzing." That's what I'm imagining.
I feel like I'm gonna hear that now, so I don't need you to put that to light, Therese. You know, I'm gonna be coming down the steps and he's gonna say wing buzzing, and I'm gonna be like, fuck. That's gonna be my exact thoughts.
No sket. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but hello. And they said it's
Yes.
around 157 in the music video.
157.
Ooh,
Thank you.
nice. Thank you for the
We love
timestamp.
it. Yes,
Thank
we
you.
love it. We love to see it. Thank you.
God doesn't get the pepper spray. What do you mean
Pepper.
get the pepper spray? I'm not attacking anyone. I'm very
Buzzing.
nice.
No, it'd be
Wing
cute.
buzzing.
Like
Ah.
wing buzzing.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
forget
yeah.
the milk.
Wing buzzing. Yeah, I see the. Okay, I gotcha. We love. To
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
the choreo I was talking about. I thought that was really
So
cool.
cute.
That is actually really cute. We love to see it.
Ah,
Thank you for that.
I love shouting.
I will also
I'm
say.
fangirling.
I will also say
Yeah.
for Gondo's comment, compare Zimzamal Bim or I Got a Boy. This is nothing. To be
Yes.
fair, yeah, that is factual. So I'll say that. Gondo says if a stranger walks up to me in the supermarket and says "wing bussin" into my ear, I'm free.
Speak
No,
for
that's what you
yourself.
Yeah,
I'm doing this choreo.
I feel like
Yeah, that's when you turn around and you're like, "Wing, wing."
buzzing, wing. Yeah. Oh God. I feel like this is gonna be
If anyone answers my K-pop choruses in the grocery store, they're my new best friend.
Oh my God. I feel like this is my paralysis demon is Alex fucking doing that shit.
I'm gonna wait until I know you're sleeping and just start like
I'm gonna
yelling
hear
it
it
up
through
the
the door.
quiet.
I'm gonna hear it through the door. God.
Yeah,
Oh,
subliminal
God.
buzzing.
Yeah. He's gonna set it up. Actually, he's gonna change it on my TV. I'm gonna be sleeping and I'm just gonna be here. Wing buzz.
Yeah, connect
Yeah,
to Brandon's TV.
Oh God. Please don't do that. I'll have a heart attack probably.
I am on a side note glad that shouting "kept her red hair" for another music video.
Oh, it's
Keep
so
the
good.
red hair. Keep the red hair.
So good. She's so pretty.
I would also agree with that. But we're going to move on to the next one, guys, which is going to be
All right, this next one,
Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush, was a
Oh.
special song they did from the Universe app.
Oh.
So Universe,
don't know
don't
what that
get me
means.
started on Universe.
Okay.
I'm not gonna elaborate.
Okay.
Universe basically had a ton of groups do special songs for in collaboration with the app
Like an app, yeah, okay.
platform, whatever.
But they were never available anywhere else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exclusivity. Sure. Let's just watch it.
Okay. Well, I hit a sore spot. Anyway, Sugar Rush.
I don't like Universe songs, but I like Kepler.
Okay.
I don't believe in Universe.
I don't believe in the universe either.
Yeah, flat Earth only.
Yes. No, don't say that. Oh my god, Kepler showed up to my house? Crazy.
No, this is Alex. He's about to go
Oh
wing
god,
something.
shit, no, please.
Baby, dream, dream, make ya dream, 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 make it dream, dream, make ya dream, dream, dream. What's your favorite? Colorful 쇼케 속에 마음껏 골라 라라라. Yummy, yummy, 네 맘에 쏙될 걸 향기만 스쳐가도 oh my god. 알록달록한 맛 펼쳐진 그 순간 꿈결처럼 빠져들어. Sugar rush, 달콤히 녹는 그 맛.
Okay.
Bro, this is so Red Velvet coded.
It is, yeah.
알록달록한 맛 펼쳐진 그 순간 꿈결처럼 빠져들어. Sugar rush, 달콤히 녹는 그 맛 혀끝을 맴돌다 온몸에 퍼져와. Wait up, 꿈속으로 날 데려가. Sugar rush, 한입 먹으면 순간 행복해져 like a sweet dream, dream. 심장 소리 boom 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 boom. 중독돼 버릴 걸. Sugar rush, 비밀스러운 이 공간 우리 말고 아무도 몰라. Sweet chocolate candy cookie 마카롱 타르트까지 전부 널 위한 거니까. Sugar rush rush 놀라운 달콤함이 다시 너를 웃게 할 거야. 기억해 난 항상 여기 있으니까 언제든 놀러와. Sugar rush, 달콤히 녹는 그 맛 혀끝을 맴돌다 온몸에 퍼져와. Wait up, 꿈속으로 널 데려가. Sugar rush,
Oh.
마지막 순간 행복해져 like a sweet dream, dream. 심장 소리 중독돼 버릴 걸. Sugar rush.
Now I want some candy.
Do you have any candy, Therese?
I actually do.
Man, we also have candy too. Too bad. It's alright. Anyway, that was Sugar Rush. Shout outs. This was not a candy endorsement, but hey, listen. If somebody wants to give us a candy endorsement, let's rock, How about it?
So I don't have too much to say about the song. I have like a couple like surface face value comments. One is like obviously the budget in this video was low. I think. in comparison to their other videos. It's not a
Okay.
title
Yeah.
track. It doesn't have like the special crazy effects. It basically has like a dance choreography set, and it has like a storytelling set.
Sure.
There's
I would
nothing
agree
too
with that.
crazy
Yeah.
going on. Because it's likely it was funded by Universe, likely not
Mm.
funded by Mnet and Wake One. So there's definitely a different budget put into it. It's very, I think I said it when it came out too, but it's very older Red Velvet sounding.
I would agree with
Not
that.
sure
Yeah.
if it's intentional, not sure if there's any producers that overlap or anything, but it's very like ice cream cake kind of
Yeah.
that old Red Velvet era style, in my opinion, which isn't bad. I love that style. So inherently I like the song. I like it a lot more than all the other Universe songs. I'll tell you that. This is my favorite of the Universe songs. I think most of them are pretty trash. But this one's pretty good. It's definitely weird. It's a little weird for Kepler, and I don't think it's the
Yeah.
style I would have picked for them.
I would agree.
Because the only issue I really see with it is that it doesn't really. It feels similar to Wadada, which it doesn't really get much utilization out of anyone in particular's talents in this song. Like there's nothing really in this song that another member couldn't do or another group couldn't do.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where my only issue with it lies. But anyone
Therese?
else?
Yeah. I don't like the horns in this song. Not for me. Not a great choice. I agree with you that they didn't utilize the girls well enough, but I did like their performance, if that makes sense. I did like the hook. It was cute. That was pretty much the only redeeming part of the song that I thought worth mentioning. Everything else is just very generic. It's a Universe song, I think.
Yeah.
It's obvious, but Kepler has better stuff for sure.
I would say, since I don't have the foreknowledge of Universe songs, and this is the first Universe song I listened to, I have no comment on if it's the best Universe song, since obviously this is the only one I've listened to.
Oh, you listened to a G Idol one too.
We did listen to it. We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
I will say for this song, I will agree with Alex. It does feel like very Red Velvet coded, which is like totally fine. I love Red Velvet, one of my favorite groups as well. So I think for me, it's like I would agree with Alex. I inherently like it because it gives me that sort of vibe. But I do think there is, I definitely feel like there is some missed opportunities that could have like happened. You know, I think it is. I don't know what the budget is for like the types of songs that they put out, but I just feel like it was maybe like missing some pieces that I felt like were, when I obviously have listened to a lot of Kepler songs right now, so like I think to me it feels a lot more tame comparatively to like their other catalog of music, which is like weird for me to say, but it does feel like a little neutered. Like there's something about it where it's just like like you can hear like the, I mean, they're very talented. The song, like I think the song is well arranged, but I do think if you're like going into Kepler and this is the first song you listen to, like you're gonna have a very skewed perspective on what you feel like they're gonna sound like, and then you go listen to any other Kepler song and you'll be like, holy shit, this is not like, this is a bad lead-in for me to like find out about this group. So I think from the perspective of being new, and if this was the first song that I listened to from Kepler, I would be shocked to listen to their other catalog of music and be like, holy shit, like this is totally different. I don't know if I like this group anymore, or like maybe this isn't the vibe that I was looking for, right? So I think from that perspective, it might not sit well with certain people, but the chorus was really fun. I like that, the way that they kind of like vibratoed that, like the Sugar Rush part. I thought that was really sick. The bending. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I like that. But yeah, I think it was I think it was a very like just plain Jane sort of song, which is weird because I feel like Kepler has a lot more like potential. So so I think that's kind of where I feel like there's maybe like a little bit of a disconnect in this song, where I feel like maybe with other songs I would have been like if they really amped it up, then I would have been like, okay, this like fits well in their catalog. But I think this one might be like a little bit of a like an odd one out in terms of the rest of Kepler's music.
No, I think you're right when you said neutered. Like,
Oh,
like
for
this
sure. Yeah.
this was a song made for generic girl group number 7. Like, it was not a song made for Kepler.
My song, song number
yeah.
20. Yeah.
Gondo had a good point. They said, since nobody can watch these songs, watch these videos without the Universe app, who wants to waste their number one hit
budget on
selling
it.
That's
song
fair.
Right.
That's fair.
selling it on a song that, you know, one, if it's Universe buying the songs and like selling them to the groups, Universe doesn't have the budget to buy like I'm assuming Universe didn't have the budget or the funds to like get the top producers involved, and at that point, if it's
just a
Kepler
waste. Yeah.
having like their next title track ready, they're not going to say, oh yeah, sure, we can just put our next title track, we'll use that for Universe instead. They're not going to do that. They have like a curated, you know what I mean? It's hard to it's hard to think about like how a song gets selected for Universe, because it would be a shame if you had, let's say, like La Seraphim released Eve Psyche and the Bluebeard's Wife on Universe.
Oh, no way. No way.
What a waste.
Right. It would be such a waste. So you have like this
sure.
viral sensation that did so much for them that would get nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be on Coachella.
Yeah, so there must be like business decisions that go into that too, where it's
sure.
like, hey, maybe we commit like kind of like a middle of the road mat track, or maybe we use the title track we didn't pick or something, you know?
Yeah. Be curious to be a fly on the wall in that sort of situation. Gondo also says Mamamoo's commercial songs are all bangers though. Gleam, Wanna Be Myself. So, well, we'll check them out.
Well,
when
those
that time
weren't
comes.
Universe songs, right? They were just
Commercial.
They were in correlation with like brands, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they were? No. Okay. Yeah. There's a difference between commercial songs and Universe songs to me.
Sure,
Like some commercial songs are straight bangers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that. Just sponsored ads. Okay. Thanks for the clarification, Gondo. But we're gonna move on to the next one because we're a little bit on a downer, but we're up. We're feeling. The next one is
Man, good thing we got Refresh next then.
Oh God. I hope it's good. Anyway, Refresh. That's how I'm feeling. Fresh.
Oh, now I want pizza. I think I'm just hungry.
This could be a food stream, Therese.
Oh, please.
Refresh. Here we go. 차원이 다른 vibe 바로 지금 원해 네 sun freedom. 어디에서도 본 적이 없는 우리 new type hero. 내가 너무도 난리 기대해 super pop pop pop. Right on time 보여줘. 등장만으로 전부 thumbs up. 시작됐어 like that. Fine. 내 두 팔을 refresh. 걱정은 없어 품 한 개는 없어 지켜줄게 now 우리를 외쳐 Go We 몰아쳐 refresh Gotta go refresh 뻔한 틀은 모두 다 break all the rules 우리가 보여줄게 너를 위해 Come on touchdown 좀 더 빠르게 갈게 우리 함께면 refresh refresh 뜨거워지는 텐션 이제 시간이 됐어 고민하지 마 with it willing 맞서 break it 거침없이 싸워 follow me 불꽃처럼 타올라 energy we ready get set fight 멈추지 마 now 없이 넌 내일을 향해 지켜줄게. Go. We molotov, we fresh. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. We fresh. Alright, 뻔하디 뻔한 틀은 모두 다 break all the rules. 우리가 보여줄게 너를 위해. Come on, touchdown. Move your body fast. 손 들어줘, high five. 좀 더 빠르게 갈게. 우리 함께면 we fresh. Oh, oh, oh. We fresh.
What?
We go to the next. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, keep on moving, keep on going to the next. 어디에 있던 here I come. 꿈꿨던 모든 걸 현실로. 숨이 차도 we can go. 너와 날 가는 끌림 끝까지 run and run. We molotov, we fresh, we fresh. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. We fresh, we fresh. 올라 타타타타타타타타타. 뻔하디 뻔한 틀은 모두 다 break all the rules. 우리가 보여줄게 너를 위해. Come on, touchdown. Move your body fast. 손 들어줘, high five. 좀 더 빠르게 갈게. 우리 함께면 we fresh. Oh, oh, oh. We fresh.
Jesus. Sensory overload.
So cute.
Sensory overload.
That was We Fresh by Kepler.
All right.
Alex, you wanna rock?
Yeah, I'll start and I'll be real quick. I have
Okay.
a couple of things. One, love the guitar phrase that they kind of use
Oh,
repeatedly
yeah.
in this. It's almost like a surf rock riff.
It kind of is, yeah.
Until they have that kind of like guitar post chorus come in. That's really cool.
That was also sick.
But I think it's a really unique blend they do of like I don't know, like chaotic EDM while they're using like this rock riff
motif, yeah.
format under it. It makes for a really interesting track that I can't really pinpoint anything else that sounds like it, which is a good thing. Something that cracks me up is everyone in this video has like, you know, Youngin is scaling a building.
Yeah.
Eugen's riding a motorcycle. Shouting is doing like
He's, like,
kickboxing,
boxing,
stretching.
Yeah, stretching. Yeah.
Diane has a pink AK-47. They gave my girl Yeso a hand drill.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about which was
The one with the sword,
member that
the
was
samurai
just
sword.
eating.
No,
Oh,
Yeso had a fork and knife, but she threw them into a board and like got them to stick, and she had a knife. Yeso had a power
Yeah.
drill.
And power drills are powerful tool.
What's my girl gonna do with a power drill? Fix everyone else's stuff?
Who had
Yes!
who had the
He's the
samurai sword with
hacker!
the pink hair? That was sick.
You've obviously never wrestled with a DeWalt drill.
Oh my god!
I
Diane's
thought
got
the
a-
power drills were
Diane's
the coolest.
Got a fully automatic pink AK-47, and my girl Yeso is like Bob the Builder over here.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I'd pick her in a zombie apocalypse.
Man.
No.
All right. This is
All
a good
right.
Truly,
alright.
I really did like this music video. I thought it was very like Birds of Prey. Like they were all doing very like chaotic stuff, but they had their own twist to them. And it was the whole style of it was so Harley Quinn. I was all about it. I was all up in there. Yeah, with the katana and the
Crusoe's comment
making a
was the
bomb.
best.
Yeah, see? Mashudo was the most useful one.
Crusoe says, I mean, I wouldn't want to find
Yeah,
out
if you're
what it
trying to
feels like
build
at
a
the
tree
other end
house.
of a power drill.
They need that treehouse to go camping in Up, okay? Most useful one. I wouldn't want to
Alright,
find
I
out what it
want-
means to be on the other end of the
I
power
want-
drill. That's
I
right.
want to. Okay, you talked about being in the business meeting for the Universe song. I want to be in the business meeting where they're on set for this music video, and they wrap up the Baie scene with the katana, and they're like, "All right, yes, so you're up. Make the power drill look badass."
No, Yeso was with the
She's
fork
the
and knife,
baby
right?
Macne.
Wait,
She's
now
the
I'm getting
baby
confused.
Macne of the group.
Oh. Oh boy. This is
Now I'm
rough.
getting confused.
I'm
Yeso had the
lost.
fork and knife, right? And
Um,
Mashiro had the drill.
I don't know.
Now I'm getting confused. I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Mashio
had the
has
fork
the
and knife.
Joe, and
Yeah,
Mashio
yeah,
had the
yeah.
Joe, and yet not Yeso.
Yeah, because I was more confused about Yeso, who had the fork and knife. I'm like, I guess everyone
Okay,
needs
you're
a
right.
cook.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Everyone needs a
Yeso had the
chef.
fork and knife. It was Mashiro with the power drill.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
we were just getting
Mashiro.
our names confused. It's fine.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I still loved it. I still think even with the hand drill, even with the fork and knife, they were killing it.
I'm not
I think-
actually criticizing. I'm just making
That's funny.
He's
a fun
upset.
meme out of it.
just upset. Yeah. That's fair.
I actually I appreciate this song a lot right now. And
Right
I
now.
probably won't listen to it for another 6 to 8 months. And I think that's kind of what it was meant for. It was mixed at like the highest levels.
Fair enough.
There
yeah.
was
It is a loud song.
there was
song.
no gain left to give.
That
It
poor
did max
limiter.
it out.
Yeah, that limiter was like really working, doing
Yeah.
overtime.
I feel like it could have been a mixing thing. I think it was mostly the direction that they gave the members because it was a little bit shouty. And I don't think that's a bad
Yeah.
thing. I think a lot of people love shouty songs. I think
Mm-hmm.
it gives that energy hype that people look for in K-pop a lot of times. But it does wear on you if you listen to it more than once. And that's not great for like an album.
That's fair.
Just,
yeah.
It's an interesting choice, but I can see why they did it. I think I really enjoyed the stimulation overkill for the good 3 minutes we had it, and now I'm glad it's over, you know?
Like that once was enough.
I just
Yeah,
feel
once was
like-
enough.
I feel like this
Yeah.
is what I would imagine what drugs is like.
You don't have ADHD, do you?
I don't know. Yeah. Which funnily enough, a majority of my friends do have ADHD, so by proxy, I feel like I understand what it's like.
This is what it's like.
Yeah.
This is what your brain
you're
on
going to
TikTok is
sleep.
like.
Yeah. Oh boy, don't.
Your brain on
don't.
TikTok.
This is your brain on TikTok.
Don't. I stop, Alex. I'm gonna get triggered. Anyway. Brings a bad
Sorry, while
bad energy.
I think it's more than just pop rock though, but yeah.
While you give your thoughts, excuse me for 1 second.
Okay. I thought this song was crazy. Especially the like almost like completely crunchified like drop. That shit was
Yeah.
super crunchy.
Yeah.
It was just
Crunchified
like
is the
it was
word.
crunchified like I could like hear like crackling going on in my ears. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then like having like rock parts in the song I thought was also very interesting as well. Kind of gave me some vibes of some of like the other groups that we've talked about that have kind of delved into more of the like rock space. So I do like that. I thought that element was unique as well. But I feel like this one is like I feel like this is a song I would throw on like if I was like running a treadmill or like at the gym, and this is
yeah.
like this song is like hyperactive to the point where I'm like, yeah, I could push a little bit harder on like the treadmill because I'm listening to this song, and also because I'm probably going through a little bit of a brain aneurysm. But like we rock, you know, we do it. But I felt like this song was just pure energy. That's the best way as I could describe it. I don't know how often I would go back and listen to this song, you know, but I do think it is a very unique song to them. I'd almost kind of attribute it to being like the final boss of Kepler, you know? I feel like it's like, you know, it's like if we're talking about like evolution stages for Kepler, I feel like we were at like middle stage like Kepler, and this is like the evolved like final form of Kepler, which is just like just insane.
Do you want to take it
Energy?
down, or are you
Yeah.
battling it? Is that what's happening?
I think yeah. I feel like it's got battle energy, you know. So
Okay.
I would it's like third stage evolution, you know. Kepler used crunchy, You know, I don't know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was a terrible joke. Anyway, but yeah, no, I thought this song was unique. That is the best adjective I could use to describe the song. Unique.
I think it's literally electric. It's electrified.
I
It's
could
like
feel, like, the
sticking a
current.
fork in an outlet. This is what it is.
I could feel the currents coursing through my body.
The currents were coursing through my eardrums,
Yeah.
down through my blood,
It's
my
like-
bloodstream.
I feel like it's the musical equivalent of eating pop rocks.
Yeah.
Like if you're like closing your mouth and you like hear all the like pop rocks like crunchifying in your earlobes, you know what I'm talking about. If you get me, let me know.
What I've learned here is that I'm much more positive on this song than you guys.
It's not. Look, I want to just say that I have no. It's not a bad song. I think it's I think it's a song that to me like you listen to it and you're just like, I'm good. Like I'm good. Yeah, this is nice. You know, you like. God says, yeah, she missed the outlet and hit the bullseye instead. Oh wait, that was Crusoe says, wait, that's the Yeso was doing with the floor. I think that was the comment on the electric thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh my God. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad song. It's just a very I feel like Therese nailed it. A very overstimulated song.
I like
And like a
crunchified.
Crunchified, crunchy, you know. Give us, yeah.
I want to call this crunchy, but I call it
Crunchy.
crunchified, you know?
Yeah. It's not crunch, but it's crunch.
It's like deep fried memes.
That's what I was thinking. It was like a
Yeah.
bass boost. Yeah.
Yeah. This is deep fried.
I feel like the perfect summation of this song is the like Mr. Krabs meme with like the fucking like radial blur. Oh, like yeah, like that's me. That's me listening to the song. There we go. Shout out to Kepler. Also, I want to give a shout out to Alex because I kept calling it Kepler 1 and he's like, you're going to absolutely get fucking blasted if you say Kepler 1. I said,
I wasn't going to
that-
out you like that, but since you bring it up,
I said it, so I put myself on
it was
blast.
really funny hearing
trying to
you
help you
say it
out.
in like very normal sentences. Like, I think we should cover Kepler 1 tomorrow.
I think we should cover Kepler. I feel like I was like the AI bot from TikTok.
Oh yeah,
I think
someone
we should listen
commented about
to
Kepler 1.
someone commenting about Kepler 1. There you go, guys. Your
was
joke. Yeah.
I'm ready for the next one.
Thank you, Gondo. I appreciate it. You know, you've been here a long time, so you understand my hell of a brain here. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one, which is I do you. So
This is a Japanese song.
let's go.
So
There we go.
cute.
That was cute. All right, goats. That was I do you from Kepler. Very cool. I just want to know if
Nice.
that guy got murdered at the end. Well, he didn't get murdered at the end because he was there. But, I mean, they were really beating him up. I wonder if he filed for, like, a restraining order or not.
No cute characters were harmed in the making of this.
I thought the song was really good. Super catchy. Really like the vibe of it. I did make a comment on saying I don't know why they said Control Z, but then I realized that they kept saying undo, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's nerd speak.
It was
I
like
gotcha.
I'm gonna text him. No, wait, I'm not gonna text him. I'm gonna text him. I'm not gonna text him. Yeah.
Yeah.
one of
So
those.
the nerd speak was coming out, so I like that.
Yeah.
As well as that, I thought it just was really like it was just really vibey. Like again, I didn't inherently think that this was a Kepler song, but I think it was just really like I think it was very well executed. Like I wouldn't have like if this came up and I like didn't know it was Kepler, I wouldn't inherently think like musically this is a Kepler song, but I think the way that they kind of went about it, like especially like with a lot of the vocal styling and stuff, I was like, okay, this definitely could be a Kepler song in the way that it's arranged vocally. So that was kind of, at least to me, like a little bit more of a giveaway. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good Japanese release, so I like this one.
I really like it too. I forgot how much I listened to the song until it came on, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember. This was in my playlist for a while. This was like what I thought they were doing in the easy listening route. This was their easy listening song.
Mm.
Um, I really like it, and I was also using it to practice my Japanese. Like my favorite line was like "mitai sekai," like look at me in this far off world. It was
Oh yeah, yeah,
it flows really well together. And I think it's just it's a simple beat, but they do it really well. Um, it's easy to follow
yeah. Hmm.
and it's easy to sing along to. I also think I'm noticing that they do very good choreographies for all of their songs, regardless of the
Yeah.
release.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. Good one.
Alex?
Yeah, the song is very safe, and that makes sense with it being like a Japanese song. It's gonna be like more. It's gonna be lighter. It's gonna be easy listening. Does better than like I think the more chaotic stuff for Japanese singles.
Fair. Yeah.
If I'm comparing this to Wing Wing, I prefer Wing Wing more.
Mm. Okay.
Just based on it being Kepler, not really. If I'm comparing like the two songs standalone, like unattached to Kepler, I think I probably enjoy them both equally. But if I'm like looking at them as presented by Kepler, I think
Hmm.
I prefer the style they did in Wing Wing better. Not to say there's anything wrong with this song, but I think like Therese mentioned, there's also like nothing. It's very like smooth and easy
Mhm.
listening. So
Yeah.
while there's nothing wrong with it, there's also nothing that really pulls me in too much. There's nothing that's too earwormy to me, or nothing that is gonna keep me like coming back to the song, other than it just being really neutrally flowing in like a playlist or something.
Mhm.
Like I'm
Sure.
never
Yeah.
gonna go out of my way to look for it, but I'm never gonna skip it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that vibe. Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I mean, I agree. The choreo is fun. There was a really good high note at the end. I'm
Yeah.
assuming it was Chaehyun, but I couldn't exactly pick out whose vocals they were. Probably Chaehyun, if somebody knows. But
I know. Mhm.
Maybe.
yeah, in
Probably.
the last chorus there was like a really, really
Really high note.
nice
Yeah.
high note.
I'd agree. Um.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I also like their little like the Ha's and the O's had like a lot of reverb on them. I thought that was really interesting the way they kind of like spaced out some of those parts. I think it was in
Like the chanty
the
ones.
chanty parts. Yeah, it almost this is gonna sound weird, but it kind of sounds like they're like falling down a well. Like the way that they have that like reverb, it's so weird. But that was like the only thing. That was like the
Falling
only.
down a well.
That's the only thing I could like kind of like. That's the only thing I could kind of like place it at. I was just like, it sounds like they're gonna like. It sounds like they're just like really. You never like the cartoon like like the. That's what it kind of sounded like to me. So it's not bad. I want to say. I want to preface. I hope they don't fall down a well, but if they do, they should use that sound bit. But some comments here. Everybody's roasting me for saying Kep1er, so I appreciate that. You know, I wouldn't expect anything less. Would love to see it. Gondo says, look, the name isn't actually that bad after Queendom Puzzle. And then Crusoe says that's quite a low bar. And
They're
then
referring to the project group name L's Up, that is supposed to be like an
oh, you
anagram
said you told me this, yeah.
for the word puzzle, and
So
that is, I would say, one of the highest profile
Trying to read
names
that
that is
name
getting.
is a
Yeah,
puzzle.
yeah, it's like EL7ZUP or something like that.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, EL7ZU plus P.
Oh, oh boy.
Yeah, it's a name.
That is a name. Yeah, that is a name. some other comments. Gondo says, "Is it just me or K-pop groups? Japanese songs usually have more English than the Korean songs." It kind
don't
of
think
seems
so.
maybe.
I think it depends on the group. Like,
Depends on the group. Yeah, I probably
Crusoe commented on Blackpink. Well, like Blackpink as an example would make sense because the Blackpink rappers are fluent in English and not fluent in Japanese.
Okay.
So, because when they do Japanese songs, so when they do Korean songs, they go between Korean with sprinkled in English, right?
Correct. Yeah.
When they do Japanese songs, they do Japanese with sprinkled in English. They don't do Japanese with sprinkled in Korean. They use English as like the second language for both. So I think that it makes sense when a group can, like, maybe English is their second strongest language, or maybe just the intonation of the rap makes more
Like the
sense, or
flow.
maybe the members
Yeah.
specifically have trained more in the English rap because that's what they're going to be doing in Korean. Maybe that's why. I'm not really sure.
Gondo says, "I feel
Well,
this
sometimes
way."
they actually sing. They're singing in Japanese, but it's an English word, you know, like
Okay.
with certain words.
Certain words, yeah. Gondo says, "I feel this way about Twice Japanese songs. Sometimes, for some reason, the Japanese members get the English lines while the Korean members sing the Japanese lines." That's very,
Hey,
very
they're just
interesting.
trying to make them more fluent.
That's by
More practice.
more practice. That's true. But yeah, solid song. We're gonna move on to the next one here, which we have. Is it Giddy?
Giddy.
All right, cool. Let's go. No!
No.
How dare they?
Now I'm hungry. No. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna eat any of the
on this
Kepler
season
girls.
of Attack on Titan. No kidding.
She had the fork and knife, and she just kept eating. She couldn't stop eating.
That she's the true like ace.
No.
Ace of the group.
Oh God.
Everyone watch out.
Everyone saw that scene in Attack on Titan, right?
Yes, that's
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Crusoe says Attack on Yeso.
No.
I hope that was
Speaking
a
of Yeso, I have to point out Yeso has like the coolest hairstyle in this video.
Was it the one with the cat ears?
Not only, yeah, she had like the cat ear
braids, yeah,
like hairstyle in her hair. I thought that was so cool.
Hard as hell.
It's cute.
I love it. Gonda says it's from the first episode, so it's not really. That's true. Yeah, it is from the first episode.
It is? I don't remember.
All right. Well, so this song is definitely an anti-drop.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
In like the clearest sense as far as like Kepler stuff is gone. So for me, it's like it's a little meh.
Fair enough. Yeah.
For the drop, every other part of the song I really, really like this, and that makes the song like it's still pretty high up for me. I actually really like it. The chorus is like my least favorite. But fair. I like where the second half of the chorus brings it to where it doesn't feel as anti-drop. And the when the pre-chorus opens up and it has that like wind chimey kind of sound.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then it has like a riser that kind of like drops. It feels like it opens up so wide. It's really hard to explain. But when the pre-chorus comes in, it just feels like the song gets like 10 times wider.
Yeah, okay.
And that's
I got you.
really cool to me to when you feel like depth change in music. So I appreciated that. I also really liked Daeyeon and Hikaru's rap verses a lot.
Oh yeah. Good
Would
ones.
also agree.
I think this is a cool beat the beat didn't really change too much on the song. Really, it's pretty consistent, kind of like, I don't know, easy listening funk bass
I was
kind
gonna
of
say, yeah.
thing going on. I think the way they rapped over this type of music was really fun and fitting. I didn't think it was like jarring. They didn't have to throw in like a trap beat. They didn't have to like shoehorn in some wild change up to make them sound good on a beat like this and to keep it consistent. So I appreciate that.
Therese, you want
Yeah.
me to go? Or
No, I can go.
Okay.
Also, I really like this one. I also like anti-drop, so I like the chorus. I really like it with their little like crazy fingers choreography. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I already forgot the music video. That's where my mind is.
you just remember
I
Attack
remember
on
someone
Yeso.
eating someone,
Yeah,
and
that
it was
it.
all over. They
Everything's
ate all of
blanked.
my memory of it.
Yeah.
But
that's
I like
fair.
this song a lot. I remember Bahie stood out to me a lot in this one, where
would
I was
agree.
like, wow, she's really like grown up. She's grown into the number 2 rank she got on the thing, and I was really impressed with her vocals and her performance in this one.
She did a little rapping as well, I believe, correct? Like towards like the end, like a little bit closer to the end of the song. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. It was like a little
I
bit.
think she
It was
kind,
like a
kind of
sprinkling.
did. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
think
was
she
like a
kind of
little.
did.
It was like a little sprinkle. It wasn't like super crazy, but
Oh, yeah. The one thing I didn't like about this song was there was this like weird in between part where they were like, get it, get it. Do
oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I got you.
Like,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a complete switch up in the middle and it made no sense to me. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we getting? Get what? What? I wish they put something else there because I actually like the switch up, but the yelling get what is it?
Get up.
Like,
Give me some.
give me some, yeah.
Give me some. Give me some.
And I was
yeah.
like, what? Give me some what? Give me some more lyrics, honestly.
Let me know. Tell me. Yeah, she's.
Give me what?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
No, I to be fair, like I feel like my lane of listening of what I enjoy, I feel like is the easy listening, like the chill type stuff of what I've noticed over doing this for almost, well, it's not a year yet, but kind of a good amount of time right now. And that type of quality of music I think I really enjoy. I will say their bass player crushed it. Whoever did the bass lines in the song absolutely deserves a raise. They ripped it. But I think the song was very interesting in the way that, again, it was the way that Kepler kind of approached the song. I thought it was, very in tune with, I would argue, maybe a little bit more of like their Japanese releases, like especially being like a little bit more easy listening. I wouldn't expect this from, like, I guess maybe more of their like Korean releases. So that one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, but I think the song itself, really enjoyed it a ton. I also enjoyed the kind of like pre-chorus part that I think Alex also pointed out. I think there's like some filtering / maybe like quantizing of like the filter, I guess, like the way that this song kind of like expands out more a little bit. That would be my guess as to why maybe the song kind of has that sort of like more like wide pan sort of part. But I enjoyed the way that they kind of approached the song. Definitely something I probably put on like a playlist, like some of the more like easy listening, like more chill type vibes. I feel like this would fit really well in that sort of category. I still don't know if I'm on the fence of like anti-drops or not. I think maybe I have to delve more into like songs that have a little bit more of the anti-drop, because I don't feel like I have like negative opinions to it, but I also like I could live with it or without it. So I think for me it's something that like I'm not like, oh man, I need this to be like full of energy. Like I felt like this
Wait
song.
until we get into Stacy.
I feel like some other groups that we're gonna talk about, I'm sure I'll have more jarring opinions on. But yeah, no, I thought this was a very well-rounded Kepler song to me. So put it like kind of the middle of the road. Gondo also said wait for Stacy, so love to see it. All right, I think we're gonna move on to the next one here, which we have.
Cool. The next one is a B-side. It's
Back to the
a
City?
performance because this is another case of them having a B-side that blows up and them not making any like official videos or performance videos for it. So we're gonna watch the stage that went kind of viral for it.
Okay.
The song's called "Back to the City." It's off of "Love Struck" with Giddy,
Oh.
and
okay.
the song I'd say it like went kind of viral. It blew up a bit.
Okay. What do you mean by that? Like the actual video or like the?
The song itself. I think
Oh,
the
okay.
song was like pretty. It's like an instant fan favorite, from my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very cool. All right, back to the city. Let's jump into it.
Different.
I know. I was just being.
Well, you're just imagining them.
I was just joking. Yeah, that was. All right, that was "Back to the City" by Kepler.
That was so enjoyable. I'm gonna add
What a
that
banger.
to my playlist right now. Yeah.
what an 80s neutro throwback
Yeah.
retro banger.
I was gonna say, this is kind of like a different version of the synth pop trend that we had, and this is pretty late in the game.
This
Yeah.
is late in the game, and it's also like, it's what's surprising to me is how late in the game, but how much better it is than most of the
Yeah.
competition. But it's also not the title track, which a lot of the groups went with that for like their title tracks. When like they had this like sleeper hit
Sleeper
that wasn't
hit,
even
yeah.
promoted. There's not even a video, like an official video for it.
Yeah, I'm impressed, honestly. And now that I'm
it's fun.
listening to the Spotify version a little more, I can see there's definitely a lot more ambiance, the ambiance of the synth pop trend in the Spotify version, which honestly takes away from it a little bit, because that's the trend that got popular, is like having that soundscape of the 80s synthwave. And I enjoyed the crispness of their vocals in this one. It made it very pop heavy, not so much synthwave heavy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So interesting. I actually prefer the performance.
Nice.
The performance is good. And I mean,
Yeah.
again, I'll say that there's not much to talk about video wise other than I think the outfits are cool. I for some reason, I had a conversation in Discord about this with somebody else. I love the whole like foreign college or like foreign sports teams aesthetic that exists in K-pop, and sort of like uniquely in K-pop, where I think it was one of the girls from Kiss of Life in the promotional images was just wearing an Eagles jersey. Like so randomly.
That
Is this
pretty
not
random.
It was
Bloatcore?
I think
I
it
thought
was,
that was a fashion trend.
Blobe
I don't know. I think it was I think
Yeah.
it was Hanul and from Kiss of Life was just wearing, like, her whole fit was just an oversized Eagles jersey, and I was like, all right, cool. And I know a big thing in like Japan fashion right now is like United States college merch.
Did not know.
I know, like the NYC hat is pretty.
But stuff like
classy. Or the New
like-
York Yankees. Sorry.
like USC hoodies and like Ohio State and all that kind of stuff are like all like streetwear.
Streetwear.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes actually that checks out, I feel.
So it's interesting. It's pretty cool. Just to fangirl for a sec. Pretty
knew you
cool
were
to
gonna
see my bias there on the left, Youngin, my favorite member, my one pick, wearing a Phillies jersey. Which, if you don't know, I'm from Philly. That's my
Wait, you're from
baseball
Philly?
team.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're from
That's
Philly
crazy.
too.
No, I'm not.
Not
So-
have it.
I'm actually not. I'm from New
All right,
Jersey.
all right, yeah, the armpit of the states.
Whoa. Listen, you can make fun of my
Oh.
cat. You can make fun of Actually, you can make fun of New Jersey. That's fair. Sorry, I take that back. I retract my statement.
Anyways, before we get derailed, I'm just saying it's cool to see like my bias where I'm representing my home team. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a feeling you did mention it when you were like, "Oh my God, it's a Phillies jersey."
Aw.
You love to see it.
Can't relate.
I also can't relate either. I'm not a sports fan, so
Yeah.
don't. But hey, whatever is what is. I'm just gonna retweet Alex. That's basically what I realized. Is like, I don't think there's anything else I could have said about this song that I think you already.
We can talk about how you like Hikaru now.
Hikaru is great. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
How great is she? Isn't she great? Isn't she the greatest?
She's very good. Yeah, I do like her.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think like I said, I always have a hard time picking a bias. But I also love Daeon too. Like, it's tough. Those are tough. Those are my top two, I feel, right now. I can't pick.
He said Hikaru is his favorite.
But I also said Daeon's my favorite as well. So both. You know.
Daeon.
Big Crusoe said big surprise.
Yeah, big surprise.
You guys know
can't
me
decide
so.
between the two rappers.
You guys know me so well. Wow.
Yeah,
Someone
I
said
also need
come back.
Hikaru to join XG. That would be the
Yeah.
pinnacle.
Oh my God.
All right, I feel like maybe this is not a hot take anymore. I don't want Hikaru to join XG.
Oh.
I just
That's
think
fair.
that
They got a solid lineup.
I just think that like their company, X Galaxy or X Galax, whatever, has already stated that like XG isn't their only girl group they want to do. Like
That's
planning,
true.
they're planning on doing more.
probably
They're
get
already so
Hikaru.
established. They already have so much going on with Seven. There's like lore to them being Seven. Let Hikaru just lead the next project.
Okay, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, that's
Crusoe.
my.
Yeah, Crusoe.
I think,
said
like-
I'm gonna need her like cover of Shooting Star. Honestly.
If you asked me like a year ago, I would have said like, yeah, she can join XG, but XG is like kind of taken off, I think.
also
They're
love
doing
XG.
They're-
Shout outs.
Yeah.
They're great. My favorite EP from last year. So
Yes.
Gondo, I don't know what their time frame is, but yes, as far as I know, there are other trainees in that company, and I think in extra Simon mentioned that he's planning on debuting, like, people that don't make the cut for XG. There will be more opportunities for other groups or other projects that they will constantly be working on. So I don't know what exactly that means as far as time frame goes, but I would anticipate that XG wouldn't be their only project, considering how well it went.
yeah, that's true. And then Gonda just says, I don't know that she could go solo yet. That's probably fair.
I will be her investor. Give me some time. I can scrounge up $5.
Scratch up 5.
Side
And
note,
then I
have you
can
guys-
buy a quarter of an album.
Have either of you guys watched the docuseries Extra?
I've seen. I think I've started, but I haven't finished going through all of it yet.
Okay. One of the other girls that made it very far into the XG project but didn't quite make the group. She was the leader of the project for a very long time. Before Jurin was the leader. And she ended up not making it, and she debuted as a soloist. And she goes under the stage name as Kpop.
Okay.
And her stuff is just, this is a complete tangent and side note, but for anyone interested, anybody who watched the extra stuff, if you don't know, she debuted under the name Kpop, and she does like Japanese hyperpop, and it's absolutely insane. She does a lot of work with like VTuber. She's done some stuff with like VTuber, like J-pop artists, and her videos are very like provocative and weird, and super short hyperpop songs. They're very, very good. Just recommend if anyone was following the XG doc and curious what she's up to, because the amount of views she gets on her songs is pretty criminal. So
All right, shout out to Kep1er.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to the next song. Oh, Gonda says if there's another group within a year or two, that would be great. I'm sure we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But gonna move on to the next one here, which we have, I don't know, Galileo.
Kepler, Galileo.
Nice.
Woo.
Come on, get with the space theme, bro.
Get with the space.
I don't know.
Get
What
with the
space?
astronomers.
I'm a flat earther.
Right.
Don't take that out of context, please.
Yeah. When you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. 그 다음 순간 넌 특별한 일이 일어날 거란 느낌이 와. 이 위대한 발견의 끝은 와. 꼭 너와 함께 알아보고 싶어 난. 대답해봤지 내 아는 갈릴레오. 사랑이란 you know what. 같이 정의해볼까 어때? 사랑에 푹 빠진 니는 아름다워. 지금 너와 나를 봐. 너무나도 예쁜 거. 이 감정은 뭘까? Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 어느새 내 맘을 하트로 가득해. 수고하게. Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 창문을 열어내 하늘을 모두 다 날릴래. Come on Galileo, Leo. 점프 날릴래요, Leo. Come on Galileo. Galileo, Galileo, Leo, Leo. 1+1 equals I miss you too. 나의 맘이 보이니 it's my proof. 어설프게 숨기는 건 나답지가 않지. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. 내가 가장 애정하는 갈릴레오. 사랑이란 you know what. 같이 증명해볼까 어때? 하늘엔 또 오렌지빛 물이 들어. 지금 너와 나를 봐. 너무나도 예쁜 거. 이 감정은 뭘까? Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 어느새 내 맘은 하트로 가득해. 실수로워게. Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 창문을 열어놔 하늘을 모두 다 날릴래. 온통 신경이 쓰이는 너. 머리를 맴도는 걸. So step out into the unknown. Give me 1, 2, 3, let's go. Hey, come and watch me shine, come and watch me shine, yeah.
I like this break.
Take it to the high ground. Hey, come and watch me shine, come and watch me shine, yeah. 얼마나 더 예쁜가. 터질 것 같아. Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 어느새 내 맘은 하트로 가득해. 새롭게. Look at my heart, look at my heart, my heart. 창문을 열어놔 하늘을 모두 다 날릴래. Come on Galileo, Leo. 전부 날릴래요, Leo. Come on Galileo. Galileo, Galileo, Leo, Leo.
Nice. Oh, what's going on?
She looks unreal with that hair.
I agree.
Shouting and solo comeback.
Shouting.
And
Like,
Yay!
I don't need to say it. Everyone else sees it.
We know.
Her with that pink hair is crazy.
Fire. We love to see it. All right, that was Kepler.
I think generally,
Galileo. Go ahead, Therese.
generally joking with the bridge, goated. Done deal. Let's put her in more bridges, start her in all the bridges, give her a bridge as a song, put her in some smooth tracks, and give me a solo debut. That'd be great. Thank you.
Sign me up.
I'm also getting really excited for Eugen's next project or group or whatever she does. I think I'm also gunning for a solo debut from her.
Mm.
And I can't say I really like this song because I really like all of the other Kepler songs. This one's a little bit lower, but I still like it. And I think everything's crunchy except the lyrics or like the vocals. Something about the lyrics, they're very smooth, and
Yeah.
the backtrack is very like upbeat and poppy, and it doesn't quite match for me, but it's not a bad thing. It just has a bit of a dissonance, I guess, in with the
That's
textures in
fair.
my brain. It's
Okay.
like trying to put jam on potato chips.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting
Yeah.
metaphor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'll end that.
Okay. That's a
leave
good
leave
starting
that
point.
taste in everyone's brain.
All right. I don't really have much to say about this song, honestly. To me, I have trouble saying a lot about songs like this because it's another song that feels very easy listening. It doesn't do
Agreed,
much like out of its lane. It doesn't experiment too much, and there's not really anything to comment much on. It is very similar, in my opinion, to "I Do to You,"
I agree.
um,
Yeah.
which is another song that I enjoyed. But again, this would go in my like songs I can do homework to playlist or something. You know what I mean? Or songs I can like cook while listening to. You know what I mean? Like songs that aren't going to be distracting, songs that aren't going to like get me hype per se.
Just because you're in a good vibe.
But they're fine. Yeah, there's just like nothing that exciting. I did like the little like breakdown thing that happened.
Yes, that was sick.
Oh
And
yeah,
like the second
yeah.
half of the
The
song,
dance.
I thought that
Dance break.
was really enjoyable, and that did set it apart a little bit differently. That did make me like it a little bit more. Um, but it's like very like Therese said, it's good, but it's probably lower on my Kepler title track list for sure.
I would probably agree with that. I've already mentioned that I like the like more easy listening, kind of more vibey sorts of songs, and I think this one definitely includes a little bit more like funk guitar in it, which was really nice to hear. Definitely like Corey Wong, which is like one of my favorite guitar players. So kind of give me that sort of vibe. So shout out to Corey Wong. Um, but as well as that, I think the song is just like middle of the road. I don't think I have really anything bad to say about it, but I also feel like it's a song that I would just kind of throw on like a more vibey, chiller kind of like playlist and just like have something I can listen to and just vibe out with. I will also say I thought it was funny in one of the lyrics. I think they're like asking Galileo about love, which I thought was a very interesting lyrical comment because I feel like why would you ask Galileo about love since he's obviously a not
Astronomy and astrology are two different things.
Astronomy and astrology are two different things. So I thought that was a little interesting. And I also thought the one lyric was like my heart's filled with hearts. I was like, wow, deep. I like that. You know, I really felt that in my
Deep.
core. I felt that in my core, you know. And that's no offense to some of the lyricism. I think it's very like obviously tongue in cheek, but to me it was I thought that was reading some of the lyricism. I was just like that's cute. I like that, you know. Yeah, nothing bad to say about it, but I would kind of retweet what both Therese and Alex said. I think that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. But again, I like the kind of easy listening, vibey sort of stuff. So I think this is kind of like in the wheelhouse. So definitely a good song to me. But we're gonna move on to go on, Therese. Sorry.
I have very useless information,
Okay.
but one of my friends is reading a book. Yes. One of my friends is reading a book on like the love lives of historical figures, and I believe that Galileo is people think that he was gay, but he wasn't allowed to be gay. So not a great person to ask about love advice.
I don't know. If you're gay, maybe maybe you gotta look to the stars.
He was like engaged to someone, but they never moved in. It was one of those situations. I think it was like his fangirl or something.
Oh God. Gondo says, "Hey, now that Mimi Rose is having company issues, maybe we can get a Youngin Gia collab."
Ooh.
Possibly.
All right. Now we can go to the
Now we can go to the next.
now that
one.
everyone knows.
Now that everyone knows.
Now
The
that
more
I've
you-
just
the more you-
publicly outed Galileo.
Yeah. You come here to be public, you come here for all the spicy information, the putting jam on potato chips, that type of vibe, that type of energy, you come to expect here from Audio Addiction and Therese. So, anyway.
Woo.
On what Gondo said about Young and Gia collab, look. Get Gia. Hey, Mimi Rose is having problems. That's all I'm saying.
Oof.
And Youngin, she's from a company that doesn't I don't know, kind of a non-existent company. Company like doesn't have any groups or anyone really active. They have like a undebuted girl group called Biscuit Girls.
Wait, what?
Because
like macaroni cheese?
well,
Macaroni
okay, so
cheese.
Youngin's she's from the company Biscuit Entertainment.
That's even
So they're just named Biscuit
Oh,
Girls
okay,
now
okay.
because they're a pre-debut unnamed group.
Got it.
One
should
of
keep
the
that.
girls in that group was on Universe Ticket. She got eliminated round 2. And let's be honest, unless they get a lot of money from Youngin, they're not gonna have the funds to like. I'm just speculating. I don't think that company is gonna be able to utilize Youngin to her full extent. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna
That's
debut Biscuit Girls with Youngin leading the other girls and blow up, because I feel like that company, unless they have crazy investors, is like, I don't know, kind of
Unless they
Nah,
debut
weird.
as Biscuit Girls with
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
hot
say.
single potato chip jam.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And then they do a collab with Young Posse.
That's who I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I thought you were talking about. Wait, is there
So I'm
a
just-
group
yeah.
called Macaroni Cheese? There's not a group called Macaroni Cheese, right?
No.
Okay, that's what I
No,
thought.
no.
Unless.
Unless.
So I'm just saying it. There's a whole bunch of, you could speculate anything.
Okay.
My first speculation is that Youngin just gets basically bought out from her company because her company doesn't have money, and they will take the money for a bigger company to buy her and her debut in another. I don't know. Let's say Diane's under Jellyfish Entertainment. They have money. So Jellyfish might buy Youngin's contract from Biscuit, and she might join a group with Diane. That's
Nice.
just me. That's just me speculating random stuff. That
And
might
then it can be the Jelly Girls with the
Yes.
hot single
exactly.
potato chip jam.
Oh my god, you really are
Exactly.
on this shit.
I'm
also-
about to start my own girl group. Hikaru's the first girl, first pick.
Gondo and Crusoe, I
well-
did know they meant Young Posse, just to be aware. I just
Look,
thought.
so all I'm putting out there is that, like, hey, the company with Mimi Rose, hey, you're not doing so well. Why don't you let Yunjia, why don't you just donate her to whatever company that Youngin is going under, and then like that duo will blow up because of the reunion, and then everyone will be rich and happy.
Yeah.
Big business moves here, guys. Don't worry, we got it. I know you guys watch our stuff, K-pop overlords.
We predicted the ATEEZ World Tour.
We
Who's
did.
to
Yeah,
say?
who's to say? Yeah. Who's to say potato chip jam isn't the next mega hit,
I'm sitting on a gold mine.
You're sitting on a gold mine, Therese. We love it. But anyway, we're going to get into the last Kepler song because I think we're all experiencing the fatigue of doing 12 videos in a row. So let's get
Oopsies.
into Grand Prix next.
Ooh.
All right. Anyway, guys, that was Grand Prix by Kepler. Or excuse me, Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Hikaru in her Michelin Man crop jacket. That was really cute.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
I can
How
make
do
a hot
you
take.
feel, Brandon?
How did this
Or
song?
Alex?
Yeah. Oh, Alex goes first. Alex looked like he was ready to say some shit.
I can make a hot take. This is my favorite video of the night.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
I love a racing concept
Yes. Yes.
so much. It's always good. It's always a good like the look's always
another
good. There's
one?
always
What's another one that does
God's
I guess-
Menu.
God's Menu.
God's Menu. Yeah, I was gonna say God's
We were
Menu.
thinking of the same exact one.
That's true.
God's
God's
Menu.
Menu.
the you always have like good like leather fits. You always get
That's
like
fair.
darker
Okay,
costumes.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
There's always
I
like
love
the cool
car noises
shots.
and songs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Vroom vroom.
Like my favorite
Grand
EDM
Prix.
artist. My favorite EDM artist right now, her whole entire shtick and concept is race cars and like going
Oh,
fast.
Oh
God,
my
yeah.
god, yeah.
And-
Yes.
Okay, this
And
checks
it's like-
out. This checks.
I'm
This
so sold on like the whole aesthetic of it.
Uh-huh.
And this is
Also,
so
I don't
perfect for me.
know if you know how much Ariana Grande uses cars in her song. Just as a general concept.
Like sonically?
I guess more lyrically. Anyway.
No.
Okay.
I love
don't
cars.
I don't know.
Cars are
apparently, yeah.
cool.
We like
know.
cars.
Damn, deep lyric.
It's deep lyrics, bro.
So this song, I think like the styling is great. I think this is
Okay.
one of my favorite iterations of like everyone's hair is really good in this. Like I love that they gave Baye the darker like a dirty blonde, which I think
Yeah.
looks really
That's good.
really awesome on her. They
Agreed.
finally gave my girl Youngin like black hair, which she looks
Mm.
good. Especially my favorite part is the chorus. I love the chorus, but I think they did a great job of who they put in center in the choruses, because they started the first chorus had Youngin, and she I think does a good job of like conveying like that, I don't know, like that kind of semi-serious like racer badass kind of look. And the second chorus they use shouting, who I agree, which I think does the same thing very well. Like the facial expressions are very on point with both of them, and they fit like that badass race car concept. So I think the choices were good there. Getting lost in my head. I don't know what else I can think of for this. I just really enjoy it. I think the drop is definitely controversial.
That's
Because
fair.
I think it's really hard to follow if you're like, it's weird, right? It has like a little bit of a weird syncopation to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when
okay.
like the hits on it, like Grand Prix and it dun 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 dun.
Oh
dun,
yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun.
That is,
It's
yeah.
a little odd to follow, I think, if you're like just bobbing your head to it. But for being what it is, I love it. I think it stands out. It's fun. I don't know. It's 10 out of 10 for me. Someone else. Thought.
You mean a
you
5-star
should go
Michelin?
next, Brandon. Yeah.
Oh god.
Was this a 5-star Michelin for
yeah,
you,
is this how
Brandon?
it is now a 5-star Michelin for me. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very interesting song. At first I didn't know if I liked the Grand Prix part, but like by the second time the chorus hit, I was like, nah, I like it. Like there's something about it that just like scratches an itch in my brain that I'm like, I didn't know I needed this, but I love it. You know what I mean? Like I was feeling good. I think it's kind of
Wing, wing.
it's kind of, I was gonna say it's very similar to Wing Wing, and I think like even like melodically it might even be hitting like the same like through of like note that I'm like instinctively like if like if they did like wing wing, like if they kind of like
Oh,
if
yeah,
if they
yeah.
like kind of did it like that, I'm like, oh shit, actually that would make sense. So I will say for me at least, Gonda says Grand Prix buzzin'. I
Grand Prix
love
buzzin'.
it. Oh boy. I enjoyed it a lot. I think for me, I haven't seen enough racing concept videos in order to have an opinion on the fits, but I will say I enjoyed the like fashion design. I think this was like probably some of their best looks, I'd argue. So I would agree with Alex on that. The song itself was very good. Like I said, the chorus I was not really sold on first go around, but second go around I was like, yeah, this is good. And then by like the last chorus, I was like instinctively trying not to say Grand Prix as soon as they said Grand Prix. Like I was holding back every fiber of my being from just saying that into the microphone. So I feel like that's probably a pretty good indicator on if I enjoyed it or not. But yeah, I think this is pretty up there. I don't know if it's my favorite Kepler song, but I would say it's pretty up there. It's that chorus is definitely gonna get stuck in my head. I think it has that earworm type thing where I'm gonna be like,
He's come around.
I'm gonna be in the
He's come
shower. I'm gonna be in
around
the
now.
shower. I'm gonna be in the
He's
shower
talked
and be
himself
like
into it.
Grand Prix, like as I'm like putting shampoo in my hair. So, shout outs to Kepler. So anyway, Therese, your thoughts?
I love this song.
Oh, there we
I
go.
love
It's a
it.
3P, baby.
It's perfect. Well, okay. I don't know. It's pretty. It's
Let's
pretty
head.
dang good.
Yeah. Woo,
I think there's definitely going to be some different takes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, where's my light stick?
We all get her like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
I don't have batteries in this one, but
That's all right.
they're
It's
in
for
the
the bit.
military. It's fine. Anyway, no, I really like the chorus on this, and I think it would be totally normal if you hated the chorus on this. I think that's
Yeah, that's fair.
a fine opinion. Nothing wrong with that. I think particularly the little power up, power up. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I love it. It gets stuck in my head so much. It adds something to the song that makes it so much more bouncy than it would be usually, and
Fair enough.
that's definitely in the Kepler vibe.
Yeah.
I think it's also similar because I think this came out around the same time as that Tetris song from, was it NMIX or someone?
Aspa.
No, not not that one. The Japanese Tetris song, Nitsuyu. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heart Race. Yeah. This is in the same vein. I love it. I think it's very racer aesthetic song. Like this would be a video game song. This would be a club banger song.
banger.
I could jam to this on the dance floor. Absolutely. All around great. Also, people are talking about the Mama stage. Let me geek out about the Mama stage because that was my introduction to this song too. And it was amazing. It was one of those where like all of the Mama stages were like pretty good. Kepler's was actually like, damn. Like I did not expect them to have one of the best stages. And they did. They also had these.
Watch that one, Therese. Why didn't we watch that
I
one?
had it on the playlist. It was like the very last one, and then I was like, "Oh my god, this is too many."
Tisk, Therese. We
I
could have
had
done
to
it.
get Kiss of Life. I had to get all the other ones. I had to get JYP in there.
No, we could have taken out JYP. I roasted
No,
the
we
fuck
had
out
to
of
watch
that guy.
it. We had to watch it.
Oh.
But no, they had these sick LED flags that they had like color guard spinning. They looked heavy as hell.
That's dope.
You should definitely watch the Mama stage of theirs because it was so good. Gondo, don't come at me.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
we
Gondo
have to
agrees.
watch
Let's
the
go,
JYP
Gondo.
one.
Let's fucking go, Gondo. Thanks for the dub.
We
I
watched
love it.
Eska. We're gonna watch Kepler. I'll make them watch Kepler. Don't worry.
I'll watch it. Yeah. I'm Mama Stage Part 2. Maybe.
So good. I'll skip through some of the comments here. Yeah, the Mama stage was amazing. Can't stand the chorus, says Gondo. That's fine. Crusoe says the chorus is my favorite part. This is going to be like
I
a
thought that
thing.
was so funny. I saw that comment
Yeah.
back to back, and I was cracking up. I was like, oh god, duality, man.
Some shout outs to CLC. We miss them. Still following Soren pretty heavily. I really like her
Same.
uploads.
Her
And
solo career has been pretty
It's been
fun to
good.
follow. Yeah.
yeah, I like it. Kepler had this racer theme since Q1 Watata remix. Yes. True. Speaking of CLC, Elkie has a solo called Speed Up with a racer concept. Ooh.
Nice.
Gonna check that out. Mama stage was really cool. Yeah. The fight choreo was really cool for the Mama stage. They did have fight choreo. You should check that out.
Very nice.
And yeah.
Very
Great stuff.
Great
I'm
stuff.
so glad we got to Grand Prix.
Grand Prix. Sorry, I'm gonna stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Wing does
I
it.
will also say the power up part reminded me of, I think it was Red Velvet. They also did power up. The power
Oh, they
up.
did do power up.
Yeah, that's anytime
Power up.
when they said power up, I was just like, Red Velvet.
Yeah.
So that's how much I love Red Velvet. But all right, well, we made it through Kepler, guys. One stream, 12 videos. That wasn't the max. I think Therese and I did 14 videos. That was
Yeah, we've done a lot.
we-
I
that-
think
that
12
one
is,
wa- that
12
was
is the
rough.
new max.
I'm gonna preface this. Alex
We
and
also
I
got
talked,
off topic.
Alex and I talked about this. Like, Alex and I live together, but so I prefaced that to Alex. We were like, I feel like Therese and I hit a cap at like 12 videos where our brains started to just like deform as we started talking.
I think it's fun though.
It's kind of.
I think it's fun to get in this mood.
It's called
kind of like
music
when I
drunk.
was watching Mama
Music
at
drunk.
4 a.m.
It's music drunk. That's what I
You
realized.
start like
It's
you start
music
losing
drunk.
your filter. You start losing your filter. You start like overreacting to everything. You're going on long tangents.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you've stayed at the bar too long, you know, it's just like, yo, get the fuck out. Like, it's time to close up shop. So,
Back to the City was a big win for me.
Back to
I
the
really
City
like
was
that
great.
song.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Gonna
go
listen to that more.
I'm gonna have to listen to that. I guess in terms of my favorites, let me see. What did I really enjoy?
I think I'm officially saying Up is my favorite.
I was gonna
all
say I
around.
think Up's probably my favorite, followed by I also really enjoyed We Fresh. I thought that was a wild.
Nice. So
song.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
I
a
gotta
really-
That's
say, like-
really electrical one.
yeah.
Up is historically my favorite Kepler title, but I'm just feeling a little wacky with Grand Prix right now.
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I'll probably put. Okay, never mind. I'll swap. I think it's Up
I'm having
and
fun
Grand
with
Prix. I think Up and Grand Prix are probably, and then honorable mention. I think I'd probably put We Fresh just because that was just so memorable
That was
because
fun.
it was because it was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we did Kepler.
Good stuff.
We're rocking. I don't know what we're doing next week. Are we
Probably
what,
Mamamoo?
What do we decide on? What is?
Oh, do you have the playlist ready or not?
I don't,
No,
but I
'cause
can.
we have.
Okay.
We have, we
'Cause
have-
I-
yeah.
I do have 2 playlists ready for TXT whenever
Oh!
we're ready for that. Solid
think we
2
should
playlists,
do-
10 songs each.
I think we should do TXT.
All right.
Next week?
I guess we're doing
Hey.
TXT, guys.
This is like a good sibling duo. We never talked about it, but yeah, Bahie is one of the sisters of the TXT members.
Yeah.
What?
Bahie, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
So we'll do sister brother duo. month.
Nice month.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Sister
yeah.
brother duo month. Mamamoo and Kepler and TXT.
Wow, we are. Yeah. What a month. What a month we've had
Yeah.
already. All right. Well, TXT is next. That will be starting Monday. Is that a 2-parter? Is it 2-parter?
Yep.
2-part. Okay. Well, it'll be TXT week. So very cool. Go check that out.
Yeah.
Kondo says my favorite is the Wada Da remix. I'm gonna listen to that. So
It's a good one. It's a good one.
and had to pop off with that one. But thank you guys for joining us. I don't know if some of these videos may not make it onto the YouTube thing. So if you're here for the Twitch thing, shout outs. If you don't want to miss out on any of the songs because YouTube's fun and they love this, make sure to follow us here on Twitch so you can be notified of when we go live. I try to post about it on YouTube as well, so do that. And then if you want to just watch the VOD later on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to Alex for putting the playlist together. And we will see you all on Monday. Thanks, Therese and Alex again.
Thanks for everyone hanging out in chat.
Thanks for chat.
Thanks to the new people who came out and watched today too. It's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Peace, guys.
See you Monday.
Bye.